wɔ hɔ no mu a yetu na saa na mo no ɛho afutuo na awia yi me pese me ne wo eche
Efa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Pacho TV mami.
These little, as you complain about single-use plastic blocking waterways or becoming a nuisance in the environment, remember that you and I are the cause. I share with you in this video how we generate plastic waste easily without realizing that we're destroying the planet with single-use plastic. For just 2 balls of kenke and fish, plus its accompaniment, let's see the number of single-use plastic we brought home. Let's check it out. This green plastic bag contains everything that was bought. Then the plastic bag containing the fish. Then comes the pepper, and for some people, okra stew. As you can see, the 2 balls of kenke are each wrapped in single-use plastic as well, in addition to the black plastic bag containing them. That makes it 7 plastic bags for just 2 balls of kenke and fish. Now guess what? For the next 20 to 50 years, these 7 loose single-use plastic will either be stacked in the ground without decomposing or flying about like these, or possibly end up being eaten by domestic animals like dogs, goats, sheep, or cattle because they follow the food aroma left in them and they die eventually.
No ayedi sala ya me koto nantwie ebeku no hwe nantwie ne toilet ni hwe Roberts nantwie ne toilet no hwe nantwie no toilet a yi wo ni yem hwe
The impact of single-use plastic goes beyond just environmental pollution. It is actually threatening our very survival. We're shortening our lifespan and creating an environmental crisis for all humanity. As we stifle marine life by dropping single-use plastic at the beach, we reduce gradually the ability of Mother Ocean to produce more fish for humanity. Instead of taking the easy and lazy way because of convenience, let's be responsible by decent. Use paper bags for packaging food. Let's do these little things in our own small ways to save the planet from the impact of single-use plastic. Say no to single-use plastic and let's save the environment.
Bibi. Mene nananom anope yenso e koto wachi no. E bi e tensi. Any a baskets. Any a de koto ye. Ye nyina e boa. Na wo campaign etimi edimu. Nti eja e koto wachi anope no. E bi e kandan. Any e tensi. Titi ni nyina saa na ye to no. Eja nemafo na ese emra danenti. Ti asa ko ye dadem. Ya da se bibi so wakaye.
Epa ho adaben.
Okay, so hashtag no collecting bag, no rubber bag. Nti bibi. Sese dia wakaye no ye ne pepepe ye nyina ye boa ama man ga na akoso. Benku a make so ye be din na watching. Enye watching kwa na e dia ha bai obetimi di benku no apple benku. Na mabo e dia gu mi bo mu fine. Enye benku a ye be din de bia ye di ni sesi a o. Benku a na watching ye be din ni na mabo esi wo. Otia. Oh, who have been what become kama. Now they are two man no one locking on. Sisi ye di wa ye di locking watch it. Up your ice chest and I say oh plastic go ye si wo ye neja. Wo di egum. Di egum na watching nyina enye hwe. Bo mu se wo be ye ne na haban no akomu fine me be bona ke se ti ka ke se. Oh na rubber na komu ahoden ko a rubber ne die. Can you imagine say who kura rubber Shishi benku shishi na odi ato rubber ni. Yare nko rubber eden ne de ye. Eden ne de rubber eye. Enim ade de ye ba haban de ye nim say ya haban. Ya haban ho bon faso man. It is medicinal. Baby, we are saying no to all polybag, all rubber bags. We are following you. Baby, good work done. Yamin show anyone drink back. Say no to rubber bag. Mwah.
Epahuada bem. Epahuada bem.
Maminka about single plastic use rikitwebi.
But you find out.
Mesre atie for ni minu anma omo zongo. Mutani zongo kubere muduka mukia single use plastics. Single use plastics ina kawo damuwa. Lokaci wanda muna Nigeria North. Kamaza mu ci tubane ana yi tubane cikin gawaye ne. Amma yanzu mun sace muna yin komai duka cikin polythene bag. So na rokoku kuduka kubere mutar mu zo together mu kiyaye single use plastic. Na we ndi mena na masala kama mabisi ni bojigi mena wo mu kadwe kadala. Ne basite mena ayirizane to the fight against single plastics matita use la rubber mata chentenga poga dangi tatete ya yiri jadala masala kama kutaka danaka aboti nyaka tinye bokapo te basite mena abase single plastic use ma tene jambo yila ti na tinye pobla papa nyo fata po amajilla te mena pa nyoka rubber po konnala kutaka twimchina even transport nyukoko tinja nyukoko ke chinipo to masala Bibi de make nyina no say mommy nyina yan so nyina na fighting against single use plastics no na e dey how eba your environment kanino na siremu say be to bania na e dey gu ahaban mu ba sisia ye nyina asua tra e dey gu rubber mu koko kura yenum koko na yenum koko okuram ba sisia ye bibia e dey gu rubber mu enti mesre enuanum na adofonom mommy nyina ye nyina na ye kontia na be say bibi o say o ma ye campaign na nante market to market with t-shirts. Now, who said, really, we want to stand and fight against single plastic use. Medicine.
Epahuada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ne ho asamaranyem asempa nso de etia ne saa netie ye besere se ye nyina da ensem a yaboyi a ye de akaka ye hu ye bekoso ne yetu hu anamon na single use plastic na yate so ene yembola nyina koye plastic nko a yembola nyina koye rubber nko a rubber no nso so ya ye nitua ne ku na edin empro na ye recycling de na nso ye nyina ye nim se recycling na ye no ma we mu no as much as say or big facilities no unhunu the impact of recycling ye ewo plastic waste a egu abontene so ade chi ade se nyina na generate more. Meanwhile, the recycling factories are not consuming all the types of plastic plastic garbage ye generate. Enye ni nyina na recycle man ye. Enu nti na medwene ho a me say e wo say aban timide policy bi ba ye de be regulate single use plastic. The manufacturing, the usage, ene ekwan a ye fa so a ye totwene. Ehu hia pa. Say as on mine ye betime sisa aginaye no ama membia ye ama omanya so mfaso a ene na yesu wo ho a ye ko ho Ghana no enye wo mo dadwene omanya kukuduro abane single use plastic ama wo mo gutters mu unkohunu rubber on the streets of Kigali unkonkohunu refuse dump and Ghana ha opa kobola kese bia wo mpotem ne kohwe tine ginachire ne hwe the kind of waste a uhunu 90% of bola uhunu no rubber nko. We have no plan for environmental challenge way. I call on the EPA. I call on the Ministry of Environment. Any the president say woman tinasina woman fabribi ebeboa man no ne dia source problem we are no. Because it is said that by the year 2050 plastic ebewo eponimu no ebe doso achen enamo ewo ponimu. We are there already. Joyce, fa epono asem ne kire wo mo ko he rubber ene se apofo kopo a omo net ekotwede ba ene rubber no agupu ni mu chen enam bedu biribi enam bo nsuomu nam eye enam ayi ne pumu ne bo be ye den because apofo no kwa nyoma nya kaskala rubber eno mo de abafie rubber yi nso sebie mu free space me no mienu ena ye yusu biribia ye to wo man we mu bia ye de hye rubber mu de mayen ena aduane a hye kura esija sompo ye de gu rubber mu a doctor fonso am ya te ase ese heat ene rubber yi ene nhia ra Facebook ne be sa 2050 no ye du ho deda epona no nie hwesane enipa etase enam afiri rubber mu chese wan to obo a ando so ball animu ye a unhunu nam rubber nkwa na yapudi mu ma. Can we survive under this? Look, apart from galamsey ade ba ko a a major environmental challenge man Ghana plastic waste ene akuafo enche be fi ase asu omusu galamsey hu no na omusa su plastic waste nso ho ezane se bedu biribi no bekọ afuom utu fom so wo de aburo kwhye ho a ubetu fom no na wo se kan kosi rubber so nsuo ntimi nsane enkwa asase na se na koboye no baye de amayen yen major storm drains nyina plastic bottles, rubber bags, pure water bags, take away packs, single use niema nkwa na je yen gatas mu nyina afa menu mienu ya we se ade a ye ka ho asem no ye nyina yete ho na ye nitua ye ntimi nka se yenim, and we cannot feign ignorance of sankomo ye amene wodi awie mum yen kotetimre mu na yenye ne sene na kane ye no no ukoto aduane afa a chensen ko ukodi dwa afa bag free fie fa ko usuma koda so nkoto ade mbre wa se aduane amane mfa chensen no wonsua aduane na ope no koko na ope a pe wo flask a eno na da bia de beto koko pe wo cup a ewo muaso ne fa koto rice water ne okoko no na mum yenyai sa laziness ya ye fifie nsapan kwaje aduane hyehye gu robam ye dufia ne ehunu nyansa sa aduane ne ye ndi wo robam ne di wo chansi mu ye hwie de agu chansi mu ama ababedna ne waste e de amayen e be yitimi aye na ewo say ye say no to single use plastic and let us help save the environment. We ni mefutu sema na ewie
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Umami ndi dwa kakramra na yemfa nkomo emu ohwam no entoa so ye basisia.
Efri nwan hini ekosi nro efri haban ede konkwa Ghana bibidro di tumi sorry ahwodene ene nukremu ebre no dro say ye de Ghana Herbal Conference de di kankra ebro jumadie ebekoso December bosomene da etoso miensa ekopim enum ewo Prempe Assembly Hall Kumasi asemtitra ede jumadie ne so ne Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation. Bra na behwe akwan ahodo a ye bibinro na hunu nuru ahodo a yayo ewo Ghana ha na ne adunsifo akukudan ene wonom a wo ye bibinro mu hwehwemu eni nkoma ehunhia sa adwumadie wonom amaso yasene amiade bramo eye the Ministry of Health, Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association, GAFTRAM, Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, and the Center for Plant Medicine Research. Bomodia na kwa befontin tankese ne so www.ghanaherbalconference.com. DHE ewa befontin tankese ahodo no so at Ghana Herbal Conference. So pese obeda wunru awayo no edi anase ope baby a ubetimi di unro na sie ewo dwumadie na se a bomodia na frey ewo tetefo homa iso 0202-222-095. Ana before forms ewo YFM Kumasi Inshaye so ben MTN Inshira FM anase Love FM. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say think funding before projects.
Happy on Wheels, Kete Keno, a Fay and a Drumum Peswaniso, Yawada, 30th of October, 2025. And what a Shyman Market. Right, Nayantanasi, Yenim Poma Dim Puntuanin Kosoba, Bra, Nani one more Mukambia, a ye, one more Mukambia, a Drujomu, bidding to say, more assembly members, MCE, a Jadi Fohudo, and a driver union, sir, one more a Shyman, and an Impatamunina, a Yampuntun Como, a Yam Koson Como, 80 bro, now so for number 2 common movie, a year, Happy on Wheels, live from a Shyman Market, 30th of October, 2025, a year 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Wait, menu free move, but one day, also for Adrian, Robert Tuja, Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power.
YFM Area Coach Jam is taking over the city. Pull up at the Legon City Mall on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, and catch R2Bs, Camido, Kelvin Boy, Keche, Arada J, and many more, all on one stage.
Honorable Ghana for Kasa. I think say a few callers anyone your movement away from the NPP. Big runner for say MPP abwao what benefit any appointments and you know in Ghana how be a minister we a big man and you penny any that opportunity yet upa we chija party no. I have also heard a move free party ni say now we running mate to Baumia. When ya enti enade ho abufu free MPP ni mu. Respond to these for me.
All right. Me da se pa. Bibi. Let's start with the last one.
Okay.
Running mate issue. Unfortunately, I'm wrong. And then I make a chona UIC nyinati.
Okay.
Me nipa bi a odi mi bone kura na me nkasa. O mampeni ko 40 ase. Ko dwompi enim ti ase. Ama buzi ade. Ya me man send ye canon on the year. Now unim time na running mate issue started. I was the forerunner. Obia ni midin ejigana bebia. Now one thing na me tie na me decided say sadi just me to ho anamo. Amanfo started speculate rumor. Say me ye the running mate mami anana do be wini. Na wo wini a me kumuno. Na me di president. Oh yes. Nana do tiase. Me yo Muslim. Me do Quran me sum da. Na me do esuma me sum. Anopa tututu yenko bisa nanado. 5:30 I was in Nanado's house. O catch was see Sadiq Aba. Yen frame me. Me buy no what's happening early morning so me ba se me be chiao. Na running mate issue no. Me nam pe bio. Nanado say why? Sadiq, why? Let me catch him playing. That time, near friend C1. I'm C1, President. I want to give you assurance. Bibia o person me yama we asi me yama. Na running mate ni dia me number baby. You see what the mamia me kumu me so Yankopo bomb me one bomb see me beku movie. Into no, I want myself. Me ka say those who initiated that thing, who concocted, ebi no me na me hwe wo.
When I know the cancer asem.
I won't me do it to you. Their lives will worsen. Me count nine.
I'm a stalwart of MPP.
Ah, ebi mo me ka say see, I make catch offline. Me and yendi me boni because me menju boni. Udi me who boni wa wie who be hu sade obewi. Inti me catch them straight.
So you were in a pole position for the running mate.
My name was everywhere.
One I would decide this won't pay me.
Me decided to me. Me fin another fee straight to President Kufuor fee. Me ko catch President Kufuor. Was Sadi ku fin na me so me fin another fee was sitting as here. Then na ko ye ho na me so papa me ko catch in the running mate issue no. A me din ba mu no me pay bio. President Kufuor catch him say Sadi ku ti apo. Me say me ti apo. Me say I'm protecting you. Because BBC says here,
yeah, the best show.
Yeah, the best show. Because
una de me buy.
Una de me buy. Says here, asema ekosuni. Inti me pesi edimbone ebe batao. If you all na me call kujumpi ni because I'm building. I want you to know. Anytime you can go and ask them. Me call President
kujumpi ni ho.
Me ko catch da asema abanyo me fi Kufuor Nanado say hey then ekosu na me say asema me ko kanche. Why are there?
Wow.
Simple. This is a leader who papa penny of here when he. So you see, sometimes
na ekasane nema uja de ne to na said the fact that obia ye and obi peddle rumors about you.
One kano.
Omo kan no.
Say nipa dasani. Wa ebonsam. Bibia wo pe onyankopon ho ode be ma wo. Wo pe boni a ode be ma wo. Wo pe papa ode be ma wo. Intino since adwen boni na ba wo mutimi minima ade abeba beto
be ya boni na show
ye boni no abega say ka kire wo me so me person be ba be cancer asem na me yi me hu fi mu ye de ma ba omia me na President Kufuor frɛ ye de ma ba omia bisa ba omia me na ba omia nanti northern region nyina sa me boa people didn't believe it bisa ba omia me gina platforms wa enyesi me dwamani Hausa wuntimi mba o wuntimi mba me gina so na me kan wa wunim me nsum nipa with two intentions. I have never done that. Na bisa samatimi aba wo mu ba kumu abe kachiro bi say me pacho me here die. There is nobody in this country. I'm a consulto say monko pacho ma me say emfarani. I have never done that and I will never do it. That is Boniface for you. I believe in destiny. So enti no na person obia Ghana etiase o monte da basasa mi enne President Kufuor tiase won wusu kojompi enim tiase
am references
they should go and ask them Nanado tiase won wuye me banifie that time no stay or area
so anka wan koka de anka ona be running mate anka ko tod ba mu yaso
me catch Nanado mpo why you are the forerunner and I'm saying no he's a president this one
and that is indicative of the fact that you were his choice.
Yes, I was part of his choices.
Yeah, but his comments is like or no
that was
settle
the same
on you.
Comment me go to. So I said no. Yeah. The day now announce about me and me share white. You call President Kufuor, you almost shed tears. Who other in me say papa now my cousin me PBB. This is me. This is the way I was brought up. Not to envy anybody. I'll tell you the truth. Indeed, there are a lot of things that happened, but they don't know that I knew everything. They were all in my hands.
Quickly respond to the Adrenese woman what benefited from the party and which
first of all, my can't say nye me ntimi kasi ma nye bibi wa MPP. Me dunyame o hata soro say MPP ama me din akofa. But before se me ba MPP mu, and you be responsible me politics.
You were self-made?
Never, I was self-made. I worked in ministry. Na me ye juma I was London. I was in Ministry of Finance for 14 years. Okay. I went to further my studies. I was working with Midland Bank in London. From there, any frames me brought back and be contested. Let me tell you today.
When a frail?
Minya Penny, Baba Kamara.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes. I was to contest on NDC tickets, Salaga. But me buy no na Intawatawa, Ohona Udia at that time, Udia and a general secretary.
Okay.
No ma notes, announcement say, sitting MPC and contest to them.
Okay.
And I can tell that was what caused the downfall of NDC. Oho, ne mpenifo frame ka chem se me kofa party fufuro embra na me ba akra. Ba mba akra badwin ho anam se no. NDC echusu omo candidate. MPP echusu omo candidate. So what can I do?
Yeah.
The best is to go independent. Because mantie omo asema they needed me at that time. Ochina me kona me need you omo they won't respond.
Yeah.
Inti na me the independent ko and omo jemi to awa too. Through that me na me catch your name to studio yi. Obi a officer like be catch Rollins e ba salaga be campaign mami.
As independent.
I'm telling you.
One company for NDC candidate.
First thing Obi say, where is Sadiq Boniface? He's my brother.
Wow.
These were the words. He's my brother. Look, Mo Kasaye, at the end of his speech, he said, when you go presidential, vote for Atta Mills. Parliamentary, use your common sense.
I can't myself.
Simple.
Because our candidate will.
Exactly.
When you want a candidate.
Yes, no, catch him. Sadiq Boniface is my brother. Say me papa is Scottish. One also no papa is Scottish.
Yeah.
So
Oh, papa is Scottish.
Me papa is Scottish.
Hona koko ni fi.
Oh yes. Who me at me junior brothers and sisters, omo koko complete mbrofo. So you see, this is how it is. You must investigate the fellow's life.
MPP mao mileage, but enye MPP ne mao
No, at all.
Okay.
Before me bano, ko salaga ne na obisa, enjuma yeto mom emma me. E de campaign. Boniface me kudin kanshi. Boniface me gidan kanshi. Boniface me matan kanshi.
I said you say.
O say Boniface e woni sika. Boniface e woni fie. Boniface e woni yere. Na wo sa na ema miensa de naka e wo wiase. Even President Kufuor as yanko bisano they na wo frɛ me na me first a wo frɛ me koko hu no no ka so be man ministerial appointment me si me pɛ. He didn't understand. No, me bas independent. I'm coming to represent my people, and I said I'm prepared to help
your people.
My people. All I needed at that time was development. Sana me catch President Kufuor, but I knew say some na me the two na nim no. Obehwese akoya nche bi obedwane gyan into our grabbing
until the position in the hook.
Yes, I'm catching say be man position here ma me late brother position and them mempe, and that was Rashid Bauer. Yes, so they gave him education and brought me to trade. Me na prekune ye ejuma first.
Interesting.
So you see, this is how it is. People should think. Me obi tra ho na me ntua dues ana o ka so utua dues woni dues a me tua ma MPP. How better now? Because we use 120. Look at what he's saying. But life is interesting.
Yeah.
I know the frustration in him. But the point in this is to investigate. I don't know be every catcher and says Zongo. Says Zongo beji MPP tumuno. Sadiq Kam. So nim ejuma me ye Zongo. All serial callers first. Zongo, MPP, NDC. Onko check. Me na me do one bar together first. Irrespective of your political affiliation. And who beside Ebeka immediately me free serial callers, now communicators. Me free omo. Me kasi me per meeting with them. We do nyame. Any meeting me within 1 hour. Beba. And I had a good reception with them. At that time, I did the attempt on radio waves. So intino bibi wo ho a esu obisam. Wo so obi atofoma. Man hwe baby a otoye no. Ade ma no toye no en na su bisa.
Honorable
Boniface, two gentlemen as well. They should raise their case. So mo pa one on one, omo mbra na me ne omo. Ending komo na me kire omo be tani a support me.
Efa ho adabe nti sinupi na no kre eye ba ko pe.
You heard the voice of Alhaji Boniface Abubakar Siddiq, NA Oye interim chairman, Emma UP Plus political party, Uralan Chamatin Ediaba. And then we spoke on a number of issues. Kakrana Mapone Hon Ediama Wono. Oko Facebook Live, the interview is there. You bet me a playback na waiting common. I'm on so comment on this very interview. So, elder Facebook, so bet me a DH na. or further comments and so o de gu ɛhɔ no na amansan nyina nso atimi akenkan ma memra Facebook na amanfo messages ni bi omode aba menkenkan na enkomo wɔ hɔ pa Tete Vidich or say oh Ghana Tete then say Gabriel Batistuta said good afternoon Besmack Brown. As usual, I'm doing the listening via radio. I always tune in to learn and keep myself updated on daily happenings. Hashtag #Epahuadabeng. Seth Opokutham say good afternoon, baby. Watching you live from Suhum. I don't think OSP will help us as a country. It has to be abolished. Isaac Akroma said, Asemo, my motherland Ghana pa. Oh, Ghana. God have mercy. Watching live from Germany. My host, More Fire. Greetings to Mr. Apia Stadium, NDC man for me, and Maxwell Nana Essien, Pure FM sports presenter. Okay, so omo sure so Martini Nada and Asibe said we're joining all the way from Germany with your thoughts on your motherland Ghana. Now, I mean, come from out say and you know say oh pa fanieme fi amanone di aba Ghana and can mo amotai ko Asia, motai ko China. One solution Emma in terms of moniema na mokofa no kwan befa so aba bedru Ghana ha. Your one logistics company eba se wo ship niema di aba Ghana wakoda rimu ane na age fomu nim adwuma no nim terrain pa Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited. Your most reliable shipping partner. Bibia person ship de ba Ghana bia be wo bia when Golden Stone ekasa they will walk you through and help you bring your stuff back home. Where sea cargo, full container load and groupage. Where air cargo and express. Or sounds so ye super fast customs clearance. And now or the best priced full container declaration services in so over 15 years in here and now more global shipping and logistics at Jumain. One free professional consultancy. I guide those steps. Especially for first time importers. Now omo abuamo na mumadi monim kind na mankwankoye mistakes ebe cost the business no. It sounds so flexible pricing policies. They are very flexible. They sit with you and you meet each other halfway. Said ye woman share etieno. Ono se bra na ono ne wo eni enkomo or reliable RME payments for clients with trusted suppliers in China. And also akwenya an opportunity Emma importers ahodo. With Golden Stone Logistics, your cargo is not just moved, it is also handled with expertise, care, and trust. You want to reach out to us today on 0502 609 222 and 0208 126 777. For number C, near your movie or near mano and your business no forward for you. Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited is delivering growth and securing trust. If you are, you may dear Kaseɛbɔ beba so 25th of October, and no a YFM area codes jam. YFM area codes jam. Now, this time around, the entertainment and a affair so apomodin komo ena enam. So we're fusing and blending music, we're fusing and blending fun. Now, yasan so at the breast cancer awareness at so. So it's a fusion of and a blend of music, fun, and purpose in one unforgettable night. Ube share artists BTS R2Bs, Kokese, Skonti, Keche, Kamido, Kufimole, Kwamena MP, La Russo, Donzi, Ara the J, with the maintaining in that Laxilola, my friends saying. Lali and Lola. Anti X near end. And a macambo moon, Tina Isano. Lali and Lola. Omi and Tafon. Omutonium. Omi and Ma. Omofe. Chombe baby. Tieme her omo. Was it? Di woman, Lali and Lola. Tienshe baby. Baby, the answer baby. And Abba with the sauce. No benediana. Abba with the sauce. There's all sauce pa and DJ sets, and of course YFM personalities will be on stage. Say mobile political parties in civil society in the anchor. You know, meba feel kakra. Eja mrente na ehia, maba wa na ehia. Na nufo nso nkomo na ebo yi de na say wo se meba na me mahofa mabeta akiri na yedi nufo no ho nkomo ni ye. Na afi nso so yesepe ye ho na yesa na yeji yani. Onze what the serious subject about entertainment ho a ema lesson no koyi pa. What I say? Serious subject like breast cancer. Now the enyum to ne entertainment abata ho ema lesson no esinke well. Ne be chire obia be kai. Nti no yenyina yenhia na yenye ema na nye fe 25th of October 2025. YFM will be shutting down the nation with the 2025 YFM area codes jam. Na baby ebeko so no Legon City Mall. Into free La Paz na by no so was the oil for a Legon car no for Madina car. Udu Legon City Mall na nimu wa ebegina no mo si. Kaswa na aba so ko Legon. Ubenya car dia ba. What Madina ni adenta dia fala ope krabitima e jogging ano anante dia ba. Ehin na free ba tema na free ba Legon City Mall. Let's all meet. Let's have fun together and remind ourselves of the importance of ye nufu. Ye maame no mu nufu, ye girlfriends no nufu, ye yere no mu nufu, ye mama no mu nufu. Ena mema nso so ye nufu, enso so ehunhiensa ne say breast cancer no, se ne ehwehwemu a kire no, ebi nso timi eka eye mema nso. Dwumadie ye powered by Family Health Hospital, Smirnoff Ice, Munchies, Everything Cacao, Blue Jeans, the luckiest, luck is everywhere. Officer Bitters. Hey, sir. Officer Bitters. Onomida. And they say you remember can Officer Bitters etayechi. Honest Man Whiskey and so ekahwa or Medina Conkain. Of course, Fun Milk Ghana Limited and so air refreshing. YFM area codes jam. It's one nation, one vibe, one jam, all in pink October.
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mekoso akakai wo danubufo ofa wo mo wode ma wo ansa na afena konawie ye. Sane sa afene be konawie ya eya na yetai eye home makeover esisi fie esesa paint wo ho esesa nkonwa esesa niema kakra just to give the room a new look, a new feel. What I say because what's na ba kunumu afi baako also esesa ni kakra. Wadam for about them also ultimate man of the wow factor. Ura them ultimate can say wow. Now what them on be wow e de ama wo bia. Na eno ne begina baby a wo to niema odi sisi wo dem ni efre. Quality speaks for itself. Uhu sofa of good quality a enyo obi na be ka kire wani boss wa no hu se we eye papa eyi ni bia dia Shami no go die bi ni China die bi na na ibubu basa na uhunu ye na wani boss na if you have eyes for quality you know say enye papa me say we pese wonya ne papa nti na me come for Danube Home ede amount omo maw an incredible 50% discount on bibia wo beto free omo showroom ede no omo top of the range premium home products across board say ye nkonya quality furniture ye woni nyina ebi your appliances are hold on so it may be enhance if you asetena na ope home decor accessories just accessories are this near my wall hangings near the idea ye de big if you up Danube Home bra you are sport for choice again na ope just think of it, just imagine it, walk through our showroom and make your choice. Nyobe Fabianso would attract 50% income, 50% discount. Until we know you are making savings. Bribia Obe Fabia 50%. Why won't you go and save? It is offer sofa, be up a source of them 50% discount. And so sana ebe de chire no. Obetimi asan de ato bribi or shop ho. Sa de chrono so 50% discount. So for everything you buy, you are making savings that can help you buy another thing. When you Danube Home enka said, na wo help you kwan a omo ewo Abelempe Junction opposite the Allied Heights. You want to call them on 050 940-3664. 050-940-3664. Danube Home, your ultimate destination for transforming houses into beautiful homes. Garu has been boiling this week. Now, it's a matter of concern. Niama Garu ayeshe na watchi nyina no. Eka the larger Boko conflict ya ho. Na ye nyina ye nim ne akoso over the past 10 months. In fact, say obetwimu akwachire a from somewhere around, I think say almost a year nina renewed clashes in Shasio, because they're about in October last year. Ena ebeto abontene say rival chief for Obokono say wakwako contest tabo e de to no so ama appeals court ene na ya adwene ama na wawura boko. From that time, ena renewed clashes epeja ni TBM. I don't want to go into the political decisions I'm take here. Attorney General, Ankwanko contestants appeal, no, and all of that. But fast forward, we've seen clashes after clashes. In fact, ebi wo okra clashes, ebi wo a straightforward attack. To the extent that the majority caucus in parliament, Omu Free Boko Enclave ho nyina no, held a press conference this year. And now Omo etu bi the money, the military high command say Omo supervise the desecration of Boko Naba statue. Omo ka say they would need a restoration of that statue. Abani fato no so obeye. I'm not sure if Omo restore statue ni yet they are. But it's been one attack after the other. Now no juada. Wiki ya mu juada ya. In fact, it was about this time yeti radio so Anna Joyce, help our viewers with some of the videos. Any nyan ntie say etua kasa ejuada wia. 4 men on motorbikes, mienu. Sporadically fiasia to two rough. They attacked the NHIA officer Ewo Garu. Nkofo no mugina NHIA wono premises hono. Womo tu ebituo. Womo free ho call another place. Emma eho teacher ni baako ensu ewu yayaya. We agreed to talk to the DCE of Garu. Ena Emrashe Bedwani nso awo. We've been working the lines. Agreement naso, they are not picking up, but we'll still keep knocking. And now, DISEC meeting B was supposed to have happened. Yepe update. We know say not for a Ghana National Association of Teachers say a teacher for a work Garu. Obian kobo no ho adwa nkope baabi a ogidi say ye safe. Oba Facebook a teacher ni aye boni tu na da hoyi. A school fu na edwane na ye wia kete. Another challenge at the heart of this Boko conflict is law enforcement. People have committed heinous crimes. Massacre. I saw the video of a young boy less than 8 years old. 98.9. Ne maame story ne say, in fact, ne maame ne wumpo. Survivors ni bi a omukoto akwada na ofie say, womu ofie na gunmen be attack wom ku ofie ofo nyina. Akwada aketua no owo mu no. Omu pagya tu ni mu. aboafoɔ no nam nyankopɔn so pie hɔ no mu a wɔn etimi sevu akwadaa no wahyehye ba wanwu nkɔfoɔ di bɔne but yɛnte da bɔko conflict kɔ so apɛ now nyina yɛnte da sɛ police fo akye nipa baako ana mienu de ɔmo akɔgyina semidibia. The latest is what happened on Monday. Me no kasa nipa 4 ewu a ebie prepra. Ewie yɛbɛbɔ nkɔmɔ, yɛbɛdi nkɔmɔ na nso de wadwenkyerɛ bɛka ho. But Mampani, His Excellency the President, Papa baby a obi am kyewa ewie. O we need to say empire ne de bia bobi ma. Dodo mpaebɔ Ghana fo mpaebɔ ene esere de ma sɛ obɛbɔ ho ban na wamo adwenemutia mu akukuduro a yɛde fight galamsey. Akukuduro a yɛde gina brane ɛhɔ yɛ party fo anim ka kyerɛ wɔ mo sɛ Ghana ho hia yɛn nkyɛn musika mo hwehwɛ ene party asɛm. Yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ wafidie no wafiba mu so obɛbɔ ho ban no wayi wafiri akwanhyia mu. Musuo esane yade ene mpofuwo mu. Oni yɛ mampani ɔsɛ yɛde wo hye nyame nsa bɔ mpaeɛ ma wo. Sane sɛ ne wo yɛde yeye ma yɛn na sidi asan batani sɛ amanfoɔ ani agye. Nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ ɔbɔ ade bɛbɔ ho ban. Na mampani mame mu aba so kakra. Sɛ nra wode wani kyerɛ atoyɛ mantem. Wako cut sword for the commencement of dual carriageway yeba beye from Kaswa all the way to Takrade. Say sa project we baswa Ghana for ebeda wasipa. Sani say so we had the original plan of Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Then wasanka yenya a triangle. Elenke Ghana major regions. Na wasanka ufin kraya when your expressway send an no kan so be no straight to Kumasi Ashanti region. Nanka wetime fi Ashanti region ewura western. Na wafi western aba back to Accra, the Golden Triangle. Sano Saje Fumu ene wono mu a omunya Ghana ho aniswade hunu no. Omo ehunu ye. And over the years, ye di ye ho abro aye ekwan kete. I am happy. Say wabey waye bold. Na opese oye major transformational infrastructure. Ebema Ghana economy no ejina because se timinya a dual carriageway from Kaswa to Takrade ebema dwedie along the western corridors no so etimia konkan. Enim say the educational region of Ghana central region. Some of our best second cycle schools were with a major university. You can imagine the traffic car cost war. Akwanhyia kɛse a esisi Ghana ha. Bibiri nso esisi ewo Cape Coast Takrade Road no so pa. In fact, we have lost a lot of Ghanaians. It was our stretching so.
98.9.
So, sa project to ye bebashi, mampeni, yanije, yempai boni se yebewie. Na enkoye te se akwan bi a yahya ase a yenhunu se yewie o se ye ne die yo a creating inconvenience e de amagana fo bebre. Yebesre se ma enkonkoye se ye de ensa koka brewa aduane ne yempesi ebedi biem. Sane sa abrewa aduane no don sa tumu a oso odimane sa. Sa na sama aduane so te. Men koye se ye de ensa tum na yenu ye ho nti ye ho akyere ye nti na ekwa koye se ye dwiri kwan ni nyina so on ade ba ko a sa pokwasi friend is saying in some road problem ba ko ekreti ma ye no ekwan na fa ba bi na nke betimi manage ni saa aban ni nya ready enso odwiri kwan ni nyina gu mu so onye krado nti ba bi ananka ye mo trouble kakra nka manfo betimi akontem kakra wo ho no ni nyina ya dwira gum enso ne nya ready ye besre se Kaseɛbɔ to Takrade project ya mobeye. Contractor kro obenya project no. Enhwe na the project management plan and the strategy on factor in the convenience of road users. Because Chrome Hanoma yetie contractors embu omanfo. Ye the contract ma contractors so onye kwan a. See so onye kwan ntia kwan no odwiri gumu a. Won create alternative routes emma driver for a kwan no so a wadwira gumu no so enya de a wo begugu sunsuo na nka mfuturo ye bekọ pebrem ti road constructions ahodo e bekọ so mfuturo na de beba we would expect said the Ministry of Roads and Highways ebe strict on contractors eso see e ma wo mo adwuma se wo mo nya wo mo nwene wo manfo a wo mo be affected by the ongoing construction omo ani ko mo ho yetimi si ye kwan na yama ekwan na ye construct no asan ba be ye dangerous and hazardous to road users pesa ayi ensawom kwan a MPP aman sha ase abesi na ye nwie ye eto da bia ubusa ho se enkoda a wo mu ko school how do they manage to cross from one end of the road to the other? Because ye dwiri kwan ni nyina agum ntia kwan no kra ba ye kese ye ncheche kwan ni mu a cars nam ha enti in fact utwa kwan ni mu a utimi koka kwan finfin cars na bi ko ebi ba uhunu ne wonye ye besere say road projects ahodo amampani wakokate ho sword enkankane sa Kaseɛbɔ to Takrade die Ministry of Roads and Highways ebe strict on contractors no na omo take into cognizance omo plan project management plan no kwan on befa so ama enipa use kwan no qualities under construction on ho be henhan omo nkoda ne adwumayefo a yakọ adwuma no pa baabi a omo betwam wono mo egina ho ahwe no ma manage traffic ekwan no se mo bedwire ni nyina agumu a munyiri baabi man wo manfo a driver fo betimi afa ho conveniently ye nyina ye pese ekwan ne yeye but ye ni alternative ekwan foforo bi a yakọ akofa so na ekwan na ye ne ho a na ye besa afa ho adi ho akwani abade a na contractors no would have to be fair to the people. Yetimi de notie ebe gu kwai ni mu ni enye already see ebe spread notie no. Na notie ni gumu ne create inconvenience ma manfo yete wa na nsu abeto na hono notie ni nyina. Yetimi dwiri kwan no. Nsu to ana a create potholes. Machines in swanka ubetimi de etwa kwan no so kakra begu site enso contractors say ye kwan wo Ghana ha womo ye kwan no womo ntwa kwan no so kakra ma manfo mo ntimi nkoma ntokura eba beto kwan ni mu no eno ana manfo mo nchimonka kakra nkofo shocks bubu nkofo springs bubu nkofo cars ase lower arms ne links nyina say ye besre say abrochire and sometimes foreign contractors in the yes and ma wodwun ho antiase ana yan krofo local contractors nso ye bi miwa amanone ye the contract mo obi so onye kwan a enye so sorry ano the machines abegu kwan no so na odwiri kwan no so na oye kwan ne sade ope bia dabi especially road a obi asa use won sorry asa wo bedwiri. You must present your plan. What's your alternative? It is a major road. Ye use kwine what's constructed at the same time. Until a plan for one more use kwine you must present something. And we must agree on it. And we must ensure and insist to say, this so. The inconvenience is too much. Timampeni mebo abaso. Yenhena sa roadi emraso. A major project Bigidi say big push, edeba na yenya sa dual carriage from Kaseɛbɔ to Takrade ɛbɛboa edwadie ɛne akɔneabadie papaapa na wonim sɛ Ghana for ebi akasa sɛ ayi wo express road now so bɛyɛ from Accra to Kumasi no anka mampani bɛhwɛ a ongoing project no anka yɛmhwɛ enum mu ne yɛwie wo Roads and Highways Minister Honorable Gavins Agboja has rejected saa call no sɛ unsese wo Kumasi sese a wo observe kwan no so a ansa na MPP bɛ sɔre so no na omo ye bypass omo yi ekwan no ato ekuro n'akyi nti free Linda door osi no hɔ kɔ nyinaa no there is road construction going on ewo kuro n'akyi anka yewie no a baby anka sisi a yefa yi no nka yemfa hɔ biem because enam krom ama traffic aba but aban we ba ye was wo ba be an expressway already no the original project in here dual carriage mienu kona mienu ba a ye sha ase free nsanwa mu a wo kwa from suhumu kona no de obehunu se dual carriage mienu ekọ mienu ba udu enkokọ nso a mienu kọ mienu ba nti anka omu yi kwan na tunkuro na chi na nka ne enkokọ de na behia but aban say obeye expressway. I'm not a technical person to mean what the difference between an expressway and a dual carriages. At the end of the day, we need the road infrastructure. Ebeboama akwaniabedie between Greater Accra and the Ashanti region. And so subetimi akonkan. But mampani minya panka. Yenye dual carriage na abanda da ne hyase no. Nanka Buankra Inland Port Project no.
98.9.
Yem pay attention. Na yem pay a rail line straight from Tema Port. Emfan crime. Nenko pie Kumasi. Because ebe pie Kumasi a ebe fa Buankra Inland Port nim. Me hu ne nti a yen di railway ho nkomo. Nano mampani kasa wa complaining the day about trucks ahodo a wo mo say akwan ye kwan we did between 5 to 6 years na kwan na started to 2 because anuaka nam so articulated track ekura koko enam so buses enam so bi sedan saloon cars enam so bi 4x4 enam so sese ekura so de excavators ne low bed bibri enam so bi. Can we be bold and confront public transport with a huge investment and interest in railway? Abanda dano can railway who some but a whole ministry for railway ya hunu hwe. Eko wi achire 3 years e be fa wiem ya nte ho asem. E ho akontebu akopie court. I am aware of railway companies what track record one more year adwuma ni bi wa maman bebre so they came to bid Ghana ha and the documents are there. Emra na Honorable Jogate Minister for Railway Development. I had the opportunity of asking him a question at his Meet the Press series. Companies are prove say womu wo sika de be investing in railway. Meeting all the procurement thresholds. In fact,
Happy FM 98.9.
At every stage of the procurement, they scored the highest mark. And so Korea China yede contract number company at every stage of the procurement process or scored the lowest mark. Ye di railway hun komo, but ye di agro over the years. Timampani mesre wa ben big push project minim se do na ye car kwan. But yen fa big push ne fa betime big push and focus half on roads, half railway. because the tracks are there, the lines are there. Baby, I the real lines in the fano. Say Galamsey phone say assassin dia. But the original plan, the blueprint is there. Not train, a fin cry ha, a fire cofansa wom, a cofako for idia, a to tomwa ura kokumasi na. The lines are there. Train a far boasi kokumasi in our. It is an ESC per se, near Brady per se, you boosting public transport by investing in road infrastructure. Let's pay attention to rail lines and so. Because Buankra Inland Port no sanka, ye timia ye serious. We time wa je ekufo ehunu service. Say ye can say nkofo ba tema port. Landlocked countries see Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger ni ade. Ghana ha no mo ba be yi omo niema because omu nipo na ship etimi e de niema bre wo mo. Ghana ne ben wo mo e na Ghana wo po aye wo 2 harbors. Inti cars e ko ye friend was saying Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Wo mo cars a wo mu twi wo a wo mu import no ahya no mo ba be yi no de ko. Inuane o mo be fa ni nyina ha na ekọ. Say esamwa omo be fa ni free tema port. Esi chire omo be fa free tema port. No omo de atwa fa ya kwan no so ade akọ omo Mali ni omo Burkina ni omo Niger. We all know the stress as ade no edema investment ayaye ewo akwan ho. So papa ku 14 ase no say adenti na yenye inland port. Nanka train emfa Burkina fo ne ma no. Free tema port ni efengu train mu nanka yentwia nkonkonsu enkwesi Buankra nanka womo trucks ne mra Buankra mom na omo mefa ne ma ni free wono mo no mo fa nko. In fact the bigger plan is anka osi etiminya rail line free tema to Paga embro yenso uko Europe timitina train mu from one country to the other. It is not beyond us. Timampani wo 4 years pe enim se wani siniema ubetimi aye magoman no ho ahenhan omo badade ba ko a oyi e be ma oman no ho ahenhan no yie pa kese eye investment in rail transport. Nanado emayen modern coach ba ko ni akwa bi ko parke ne kia o train kwan no sade no krai ba send si Ghana de ensem sisi o train for fry ata ye testing na kwa brani akwa park track na pin gban, but the train is working. E was a timi to so expand it. We should be even young communities are we kwa betimi the Trump and the name
Happy FM 98.9.
Trump ye train ni aketwa ebetimi an nanam communities in mu. We can create Trump tracks. Nenemu na rickety vehicles and nam kromuni etimi aye wona nka de bus rapid transit system oba na fofia nto atie yi wo. So you can go back to it. Na mampani ye investing in rail transport as much as say ye road infrastructure ye railway infrastructure so na ya medwene ho amenti ase e na to ani e say railway company for so wo ko strike and now railway company for say abind your car railway company workers say no more your press conference there be railway workers no more boko jan na train na we hefa Ghana Railway Company your Ghana Railway Company or pa your workers wo mu enso ye ni train kwan. What kind of nation is this? Every now and then obeti railway workers say railway workers ben adwuma ben no mo ye Mampani, it's only signals to say if we want to also solve part of our unemployment issues. Institutions be to say the Ghana Railway Company or see it me managing a brand. E mebunu bebre ne benya adwuma ye. E mebunu bebre ne benya adwuma ye. Nkokrafo na ti railway company no bebre nsu no mu nya adwuma nya because enye tete te ase nam ene yusuo enye coal ene de power train te onkokrafo ni bebrebe kofie. But we will have a lot of young people omo be taking interest in railway engineering. Then okosua o de kwahen ebi ni krom timampani e besre bebo abaso na masre for more se yehwe na ye free ani nkukokukọ ene man kitinkiti mienu ya mabobobobo so yi na oman no emu emie na emunye free na manfo ntimi eni akwaniaba na oman economy no nsoso entimi engina mewie ne saa no na awie nso mampani ma menkae o galamsey hu asem kakra mehunu video bi o social media na me ho yira me every day I'll find a way and a reason to hate on galamsey. Abai ne yebi oba ye nche yate ase omo wo strategies bi a omo pese omo esohwe se be fa ebenya mo ho abotre ne ama mo mere na mo monkai mampani hu se emere ne nyemo dia, and time is not on our side when it comes to fighting galamsey. Yebema mo mere but enye mere a ebebru mfie mienu, but yema mo mere no nkyere se ebekan ya no atum. We will keep highlighting the enormity of the challenge. We will keep reminding you say ade eche ade ese nyina no galamsey no kwa na ekoso yebekoso akai wo. Say as much as say muse mo ye biribi ne enya mo ho abotre no, anytime we beti say galamsey riki havoc wo babia no, we will highlight it. That would not mean say we have lost sight of more effort. Naimos omo yebi. The only difference, and if a difference be any, the only thing is say problem I want who you say that approach ya used to be we have unleashed soldiers on galamsey sites. They have bent excavators on my chichin crofo that no bia. But mosi yema mo kwan a ye be ma mo mre na mo hwe. Na momu no ye de ani hwe the commitment, because any places are nanka galamsey enya insunsuanso wo mo so na they are becoming victims of galamsey. Whoever thought say Nkoko township ebe fiase ehunu the impact of galamsey, and it will be poultry farm, huge investment. Wakwaya adwuma ma no ne asebu sika investment kese enye ede ho emfaso abebie a poultry farm. Galamsey fo nsu a wo mo divert ama nsuo kakra to na ano eyiri afa poultry farm ni nyina say poultry farm no, including the dan a ono so team. Communities ebe ho nyina were affected. Ambaninti modie mo ye ne musimu betimi no no kura wo mu so ne say ade achi ade esa nyina galamsey is spreading and its impact is spreading. Ti mo ye bribi a mo ma mo nan mo to bribi wo ho a mo ya mo nhyemu kenana mo mfa hoden ene o man ho donye aho wo sayam hihie bi eka adwuma na mo ye no ho, because every day, every passing day, every passing week, every passing month, a new community is being added on to the litany of communities galamsey edi omunya. Ode nkoko nketinketi aba. FM 98.9. Nkoko nketinketi wode aba. Ye be bridge the gap between a import of poultry products and in your consuming Ghana. Na so obi aba besi onumpo de wanye nkoko nketinketi an industrial level farming of poultry. Na galamsey activities ebenya such a rippling effect as say such a huge investment And then I'm petting cocoa kitty in future. If Galamsey will sweep away a whole big poultry farm investment, then in cocoa kitty any future. But I say you hear gold, and they are support to see, you know. But ye disikanechi bebre na yama ye ni anya dene ni amfa ye ni ensi from na yantwe yan nkrofo aso ahwe ma oman ni mu anjo na Galamsey emfiri wa mampani ye be stabilize cedi no ye be nya gold sika ma cedi naba dollar naba 1 to 1 enso ye nya aduane ndi ye nya aduane nto ye be koso importing kokɔ no wo 24-hour economy will come to naught because industries enya raw materials from the farms na womo de aye womo processing omunya abrobe no so abrobe na womo benya womo de beye juice di amayen no ebe wo heavy metals enti mpo ne akwa export say they call European market because all of these products ebe they will be labeled as products with heavy metals. Because raw materials na ye dey juice no every Galamsey site and every community a Galamsey wom nobody will trust ye no buy 24-hour economy enuane ne agro processing omo beye no ye ntimi nkoton na manone ye ton ma ye ho so a ye poison na ye die timampani wo benya gold 98.9 ama usidi na nya hoden ye bebo wo ose nko na watimi ama cedi agina fa ako ache ye de be mawo na nso bonsi e be wie no the essence of sa gains ne benefit no awanya no enso Ghana fo ani because aduane bo be ye den because nkofo de yade ahodo there will be pressure on the health sector. Export nso e be ya affected because ye enano European Union ambassador to Ghana akachire wose ye hwe ni ye na ebedu biribi no ye ntimi export bibia mfiri Ghana ha nko amanone nkoton because on recommended farm producer heavy metals wom emma an European consumer. Yes, our cocoa stands threatened. Of course, as a Ghana and Ankasa crisis say no, cocoa hu here to say gold. Cocoa na say hu here to say gold because as a nation you are cocoa board, but we are prepared to allow cocoa farms to be taken over by mining. We are not encouraging. You need program bia ye de emma akuafo no arehyiemu no mo tine gina kase. Yes, nkofo otu de nanso cocoa board investment a womo ye ene boa womo de boa ye akuafo no ye ni da so je akua no ho isane se mfa so be free mu aba ene akuafo bebre omo adwan yo montanta memfa masase ne nye mining ana menka mesinsi so na menkoso enye afuo meye afuo no nso so a nkofo illegal mining a womo ye ene nsu a womo divert nti nsu to kakra na eyiri enobaye kakra wa asase no so na nsu eyiri afa ni nyina na no apala oye farmer ewo begro importem ho eastern region ose na no nsu etoye agrekefo no enya a new variety of brobe taro brobe na new variety no manya no eboye kese pa ose na no nsu etoye Galamsey nsu eba o mafuo mu nyina ade chi ye konekohwe brobe na haban ni nyina ye yellow asmo kan and he called into the show o say bibi we de montena nkran ho no mo na monye ne mo pe se heavy metals ni wura brobe ni mu a ewura bode ni mu ewura banche ne bo bayire ni mu a ye de beton abram ama mo adio of course. And a commodore, obeto, you won't even ask, say in a free bar, a bedu bribi, a duania free chebi bar, obianto, a bedu bribi, a duania free western region bar, obianto, we will begin to label in the free voter region and conforbeto because a hona Galamsey any. Inti yan kasankasa or Ghana hanamono, we will begin to be selective. You better careful what we consume from our own soil. How much more will be your table amanone? You can't export to them. So, Your Excellency, I appreciate all the effort. I appreciate the 9 months approach. I appreciate more river gas. But the point is that we need the fufro. It is the same old strategy we've been using. But if you say, mobile yen chair, yema mombere na mo strategy no yield the results. Ibenya mo abotre. But as I've said, that doesn't mean say yen kai mo. Ni yen twuma adwene nsi so na enema esisie ne ho implications ni yen ho nkomo. A time will come. Our currency will be strong. But Ghana 4 will chase you out of office because a common deal. Your currency will be stable and it will not be valuable to anybody because exporters ain't me fa eku juice in kwama no ne. Exporters ain't me African market ya the Ghana 4 aduane kogu ha Africans are omu di se aduane ni bibia omu kwa African market they will shy away from produce from Ghana. They will shy away from a free Ghana because of Galamsey. You know what that means for an economy. Let's weigh our options. Yeah, what is near a kumwa a beboye mine ye? The ni home como. Penny maybe any sadia, na me de be konkon ha. Na madawase, say, wanamun tuba kumienumi and sembino. Eso manfo nani ehwe na ni nyina no enwie peye sane say road infrastructure railway infrastructure ni nyina beso a ebeboa oman no ne economy na yenti ani da yehwe the issue of galamsey ni ye na Proverbs can say or say a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. Ye the idea nyina kugu gold so because we want the economy to be stable. We want our city to be strong. Say, beya politically Ghana, you bet me a campaign message because currency stability one major political campaign message. Inti say beya 4 years time, we bet me a Mosamba say, wait me manage currency ni you know. Mubeye, ni mumono, ebe duho nebe shoko. Say it will be lost on Ghanaians because Galamsey would have created other economic challenges for us. Bidene Besmark Brown.
Baby, when you say first now you been shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and money. But namumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say e bebo ama o man na koso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra.
Maybe say
It's the YFM Area Codes Jam, taking over the Legon City Mall on Saturday, October 25th, 2025.
Media Sam Denenam, Wube Kwan Krojia, Wube Tumia Man and Nioma Free Crofo Frosso Abagana, Send Namposo, full container load, and our group page, Wupeni William Shine Express, Metre Air Cargo, and our Express, and yeah, Winnie Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited, and Tunchia. Omo over 15 years experience with global shipping and logistics. Omo futupa ebe buamu edume tumpon. Omo buonso die eda from boko. Ewo Golden Stone Logistics. Omo kura wo nyoma yema o. Onu afre 0502 609 222. And I say 0208 126 777. Na omo mwama wo juman kwenimu. Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited, delivering growth, securing trust.
Ghana, it's about to go down. Mark October 25th, 2025, because YFM is shutting the nation down with the hottest show of the year, the 2025 YFM Area Codes Jam. This year's jam is bigger, bolder, and more meaningful as YFM proudly celebrates Breast Cancer Awareness Month all October long. We're infusing the Pink October into area codes, uniting music, fun, and a powerful cause. Expect an insane lineup of your favorite artists, plus global hype men, women, and MCs who will keep you lit from start to finish at the Legon City Mall. This
isn't just a concert, it's a movement of music, love, and awareness. The YFM Area Codes Jam is proudly brought to you by Smirnoff Ice, Munchies, Everything Cacao, Blue Jeans, The Luckiest, Rio Cola. YFM Area Codes Jam 2025. One nation, one vibe, one jam. All in pink October.
Number one everywhere you go. Big goal for the friends and the family. Big goal, big refreshing moment. Big goal for the kids and the adults. Big goal, boys and girls with a drink of. Big goal, everywhere the party day. Big goal, we go mash up the place with it. Big goal, greatest in every battle. Big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big O, big refreshing moments.
Big O drink, big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Epahuada Benjumedie enie na senemidi kan ka kire wo no ye hwe ni musanka ye bebo wura garu na eho no mo security situation ye dia bampanimfo a ye book you omo. In fact, from yesterday, the DC and the Honorable Member of Parliament, including Nat for Yefre, but it's a BDA call Omonfa, a BDA so number busy and Sembebre. But we are still here. We'll keep calling. Yenya ne omo edisa and komono. But asem yesi. Entia menya ne se kade hine, kade man hine. Otunu ho ade so. Just manya video no. Ane mo mayen ko he na intia meti studio ha menya ne se kade hine asore akonwa so otunu ho ade so se onanye hine biem
binne e bia gba fa bibia yo ganani me yo de hie e finne e bia gba fa bibia yo ganani me yo de hie bibia esa me de ma ho de bua bisika bua adaje me de beba abeboa na emom efi na ekọ menye kede ni bio me ni bawi
na at this point no tim say na na pese opie ahemfie ho enso omanfo so mo mani mpia bontene kra nti wakwa kapono na no e na wo mo ne na pre so after otu no hu ade so emerewafo ho nyina bobina oh kede hini so onya ohini biemu oba Facebook a video ne da ho oba Facebook e da ho
finne e bia gba fa bibia yo ganani me your this year. Bibi a esa me ma ho de bua. Bisi ka bua. Adaji me di beba. Abeboa. Na emom efi na ekọ. Me nyeke de ni bio. Me di ba wi.
Ne ko wie wo kede ena wie ene ho nteye eno no na some people resign from work. Politicians so yes Ghana politicians need resignation.
Edman o yen de kai
ya nko pension ti resignation ni
ka odi akozi so be na say me say nana enim de esie de but enim de esie but we de o tun okra hon ti
na o hwese na de ne ya atim say onu obi anwene ho to ofre wo mo no mu nim asem eba
na odi to mu no mani
because onu obi dwene ho anka wo mo ma meeting we mpo ma so
ono obi dwene ho a kan pa be ba mba na so tire say
ai BBC na yes
nti mo ko no se no be so ka
na ema nso nko an ofre wo mo mse mema no kradom gu akiri se oba na si hine
mba na si hine
ene esi ama na na so akonnwa so di ano ohye
pa so mo djuma we di mo djuma no mo di akozi se
beto safra obi kura ho yare dada mu so da so di hine opo obi di esi ni na so we di mo rem
na edim di esi di but me share video no kra
ora ho
maboto pa
na omo so ni mu nso so oka wie no opie fi ahemfie omo so mo ma wo pie kra
na bi se kra no ebi anka video na mpia nka mba na kra na ko mo ma fa so
ai
kome kan kuku ngwa kra sa na ebi but video na pie ne de
wo kan ho hwe nye
yi
and thanks you
na so ka se san so san de chi so asa fa
si a wonya kan ne bedwa mu si we de san sesa wano as what to hu ade so ano no mumpe linguist bi ana traditionalist bi ma me busa ne se nti eba ne se ya what is it they say ne krakra no no ana oni jo mo kam timbom na mumpe obi ma me na yensua de emfasa ne ma we hu ohene ne betimi asesa na adwene ana after manfo bi ematu no fo ana we wai ne we kra na nye bedwom keke apie social media so GBC for cry na da so yi me nye kede hini biem na momo frɛ me ameba me wo mo ame de beba fi ne komenye kede hini biem o kawie ano sɔre akonya no so tipa wo pie na ma ne sɛ ye ma on pie mfi ahemfi
na sɛ amutu ade so a ye wo kwan fa so e ma me bi ye be ama wana
sɛ wo mo di si o mo di usi so na etu a ye kwan fa so tu
sɛ wa utu hu de a
sɛ wa utu hu de a me sure sɛ bi ani sɛ ne wa sɔre sɛ wo sɔre akonya so
amama bia nka
nimu de nna mpesi esua de no but apart from this matter there are other issues of politics in so edapro so na yenti mampani John Dramani Mahama emra okate sword for the commencement of the dual carriage from central region to western region. His complaint about heavy trucks and in Omoye wa yakwanti mponso.
Now I just want to also point out, we cannot invest so much money in improving our road network only for transporters to overload their trucks and destroy the roads in 3 to 5 years. We've seen new roads that are built, and once these trucks that are overloaded pass on them, within 3 to 5 years, the road is finished. Burkina Faso have implemented a new weight regulation. And so your trailer must not be longer than a certain length. It must not be wider than a certain length. And you know what is happening? Trucks load from Takrady and from Tema and overload. They get to Burkina Faso border. They cannot enter because of the regulation the Burkinabes have introduced. So they bring 3 trucks from Burkina Faso and offload 1 truck into 3 trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. There are trucks in this country that load 120 tons when the maximum load is supposed to be 50 tons. There is no road you can construct that will stand 20 tons per truck. And so I've told the roads minister, and it's going to be announced firmly in the budget. We'll consult the drivers' union, the transporters. We must implement weight restrictions so that the roads that we build can last. And so next year, we're going to introduce strict weight limitations so that these investments that we're making in our road sector would last for a lifetime. We are not going to waste taxpayers' money repairing these roads only for people who want to make as much money as possible to load 120 tons on a road and destroy that road within a short time. And so I'm just sending a signal. We're going to engage the stakeholders in the sector in order that we enforce the weight limits for our trucks. So this is going to be a modern dual carriageway instead of the single passage. And there are going to be interchanges so that we create traffic separation so that the congestion that we see on this road will be a thing of the past.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Emrano cut a sword for the construction of the dual carriageway between Central Region and Western Region. Now, and so the minority leader has been briefing the nation on a number of things a minority for the how na a number of issues about government policies for scrutiny. The minority leader talks about buying so goodwill or enjoy it from January. I drop it. He made references to Global Info Analytics as current survey. They said goodwill President Mahama and I enjoy no. If you see ama wine or see we daddy say indeed Ghana for no ho say omoto abadema NDC amanyoko. Yintie a bit of the things minority leader Eddie Tuja at the leaders briefing and Anope.
So this is going to be a modern dual. So this is going to be a modern dual carriage.
And not say that because somebody is against him at the General Legal Council, Parliament. Some people petition Parliament that because the matter has not been determined, we should stop the hearing. But Honorable Ketiamo prevailed on colleagues, though he was in opposition, and said, no, there must be fairness. The man has been nominated. We as Parliament, we have vetted him. We have to be fair. And not say that because somebody is doing this against him, that should stop Parliament. So we have to be fair. People must always think about tomorrow. A certain precedent is being set that blots the beautiful democracy we otherwise have. So now, my Lord Bafuboni is now being nominated. A matter is pending in the Ghanaian court and also at the ECOWAS court. The ECOWAS court, there was an interim relief. As we speak, the Attorney General has not filed a process to respond to the substantive matter. At least through the press release that was put out by Her Ladyship Justice, the Chief Justice. She is a plaintiff in the matter at the ECOWAS court. So we must ask ourselves, What do we want to achieve? Sometimes our friends talk about certain things that happened to them yesterday. I will repeat this for the umpteenth time. This you do me, I do you. Oh, it happened yesterday, it must happen today. To what end? So that, for the sake of argument, if you succeed in finally kicking out this innocent woman who all her life has served her country, private practice, getting into high court, getting to court of appeal, and finally Supreme Court, and the honor of being a chief justice, you kick her out. And MPP comes into office in 2029. You have a chief justice. You've set the precedent. But must we, the political leaders, subject ourselves to these? No. We can do better. And that is what I call on my friends to do. We can do better. And some of the judges at the Supreme Court who may think in one way or the other, must shut their eyes. Well, tomorrow is waiting on all of us. Today we hear that some high court judges who were to be sworn in, there was a postponement of the swearing in, and now some have been told that for circumstances beyond control, your appointment has been withdrawn. How sad. How sad. So let's be careful with this reset. The reset must be positive. The reset must be positive. Let's be careful how this reset is being managed, because there is always a tomorrow. There is always a tomorrow. We need to manage how we want to go about things. So, Mr. Kweku Sechidansu, correct? I got your name correct? We have preliminary constitutional issues to raise, and I am sure that at the right time, you will know the minorities' approach. Whatever approach you will take will be to serve the good interests of the people of Ghana, and we will do just that. On the issue of whether or not it's too early to criticize, you know, when the reins of government is entrusted into your hands from day one, the opposition must be alert. So there cannot be anything like too early in this context. You know, in the early days, they started dismissing people. My respected colleague, the leader of government business, has tried as much as he can to justify claiming irregularities and claiming that certain due process wasn't followed, etc., etc. My question is, isn't there a word in law we call ratification or rectification? Can the substance be looked at? Hasn't equity told us that where substance and form clash, substance will take precedence? So the issue is, if somebody has been employed 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, he is in office and has acquired rights and has a legitimate expectation that having conducted himself or herself well in the employ of his employer, he or she would regularly be maintained or retained. Do you come and say, because of the way you were employed? Can a man deny paternity merely because a son is out of wedlock? If it is established that indeed you are the father, the form that that child came doesn't matter. What matters is that there's a child. Is that okay? So I disagree strongly with our friends when they say, oh, some irregular, so people who are been employed must be sacked, and we don't have to talk about it. And even that motion is still pending. Leader raised a preliminary objection, and then we filed a motion to challenge it. I pray that we will be able to take that full motion. I feel compelled to react in one line to an issue he raised about ECG. Well, I assume that he raised it on a lighter note, but the point is that, yes, I chaired ECG board. I was appointed in July. My first meeting was end of September. So practically, I was in ECG for some 2 months. We rounded up our last meeting somewhere in December. So actively 2 or 3 meetings. However, being a private sector person, I'm an entrepreneur. When I got to ECG, the first thing I tackled, and the record will bear me out, was to deal with this issue of their suppliers being contracted to import goods at CIF value. I realized that no, it was waste. That the contractor brings the cables and dumps them at the port, and then you have so much pressure on you, and you would have to pay the duty yourself. So the supplier brings you the bill of lading. I said no. It was one policy decision I took that no, change this from today under my leadership. Any contract that is awarded, it should be to delivery to your warehouses and at no extra cost. And that is what I did, and the board minutes would confirm that. Regarding legacy debts and all, well, I think that the two of us, the two political parties, must have a sit down on this. You see, my style is that it's not everything that we should be at each other's throats. ECG has a problem that must not be given a partisan color. ECG has a problem with inefficiencies, and it's in the end affect government fiscal status. So can we sit and really agree that there must be reforms? And that is why I said on the House floor that I support reforms, but we cannot support tariff increments. So you bring 14%. The problem has not been solved. I was there. That 14%, you burden Ghanaians, but the wastage is still there. So why don't we focus and even introduce some hybrid form of privatization? Not a full-blown privatization, but we can introduce some level of private sector participation that would ensure efficiency. But leader forgot that in their previous administration, they introduced this take-or-pay agreement. I don't want to go there. But this take-or-pay, where even if you don't produce, because if you produce and it's not being used, government must pay. That one is also there, but that is not the main issue for consideration. We as minority have expressed concern about those flagship programs, the policies, that they must come as policy document. Mere mention in a budget statement is neither here nor there, and I beg to disagree with him most respectfully. Budget hearings do not provide detailed policy document. No. I've been in parliament this is my 4th term. A minister of state must introduce properly the policy document. In any event, the 24-hour economy policy is there. They launched it. What is stopping them from bringing same for parliamentary scrutiny? At the heart of my argument is parliament opportunity to scrutinize. So if you say I should follow media, I should do this anyway, it's part of the politics, I understand. Let me raise the issue of the Gwinyiri situation, the insecurity at Gwinyiri, where 31 people were killed and some 50,000 plus people displaced. We as minority, are expecting the Minister of Interior to brief the House on what is being done so far. Because our caucus deputy ranking on foreign affairs was in Cote d'Ivoire and met some of our Ghanaian compatriots who have been displaced. We would come out with a full statement on this, very soon. But we expect the Minister of Interior to deal with this matter, brief Parliament, what is being done. You know, we are aware of the intervention government is making in the Boko situation, where Otumfuo has also come in to, give a roadmap for peace. We appreciate that effort. But what is happening in the Savannah region also requires similar assurances, because any Ghanaian displaced, amount to insecurity. And we need that. On the issue of the mess of 8 years, I consider those as political rhetorics. I wouldn't respond to it. We'll meet in the chamber and deal with it again. This is not a platform for debate. But I will conclude by urging leader of government business to encourage government to see to the implementation of the Agenda 111. The projects are stalling. These are state funds. This was a flagship initiative that was introduced. If truly they say they are good at implementing projects, initiatives, they don't introduce. You see, they don't introduce. They don't introduce initiatives, but they implement. Then we have introduced the Agenda 111. Please implement them. Our district need the hospitals. Healthcare is dear to our people. That is why we introduced this Agenda 111. So we'll urge leader to take that up with the health minister or any minister who has been designated to take charge of the Agenda 111 and see to the implementation. I think I've dealt with the issues that were directed at me.
Youth employment. Secondly,
UP Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you to my studio in a very, very, very long time. The Honorable Boniface Abubakar Siddiq. Honorable, Papa.
Yeah.
And you're looking well. You're looking good.
So,
Okay.
First of all, Mami Ade. I'm a MP for Salaga 2000.
2000.
All through to 2008.
That's right.
I'm Sabah Medina 2016.
Yeah.
In fact, we had only 2 people in this country who've been able to do that.
From one constituency to another.
Another
And
constituency.
to win.
Different regions
Yeah.
to win. Secondly, Omampeni Kufo. Anytime it's in India, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Because this is the man who identified the potentials in me. I came into politics as an independent person. Me BT,
right.
MPP, ABT, and
NDC.
And then when I came, I became junior minister 2 times. Trade and later tourism.
Okay.
Then becoming a substantive minister of the Meko Northern region. So Okaya. Me na me so pretending the barrier of Yana.
That's true.
Peace best started.
Nifri also.
But ni nyina gina Nyankopon so.
That's right. Ofa also na
Ofa me so. But nye me na me ye. So on sadi
Yeah.
And then came to youth employment. Before CMF youth employment, I had rolled out about 175,000 youth.
When I started, what is today NYEP?
Yes, when I'm starting. And then, so Okaya, me time as labor ministry and labor minister for 1.5 years, there was no strike in this country. Me am time. If you're and we yi me bio, as I'm the call Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing. Later we divided into 3, but I control the ministry without any problem. Made sure that things were put right. In there, so who see my bed joining Openi Alankojo Chiramantin former party. Yeah, embassy about be say will be Eduane.
Okay.
The embassy or Eduane no me embassy
not
No. Politics were many gates. Party. See party ne pono baako na ne mfansere bebree because o fat say o mampani kufu time no a wo hu me no o say young man you betimi aboa me try no say what dem ba na manfo mpeu
because na MPP ni
he are independent but ogina painting because we are making sure say we are making critical analysis I checks on me no akoye obetimi
former president J Kufuor na be MPP ni.
Oh yes,
he must be disappointed say no free party anymore.
He will be disappointed in one way but not in me. Because when you see Sadiq Sadiq ain't taking decisions like that.
When did you come? Did you ever discuss it?
Oh, na ya pamo ye say eno de oyepani akokora ana abroa wotifie die say the asem ne beto no ye wono na eba abontin beti wa ye ne fam wa kasa kire party no because that kromi meti operate ko pese ya pamo ye.
In your case then I party ni so why
let me di Alankojo Chiramanti echi so o contest but later nema e koso no you say no there wasn't any justice fairness in the process. No, let's decide this. Son, I didn't be called ya, and the Onanka or Trino. Now, never better on na Bibi by me, concern you. Me, you into some Casima Sumwa.
Awesome.
Who saw Petanea, so mudin because we Jemu and Sanya can be.
Okay. Because no more Sumuna Suno.
Aha. Into no maybe force make us me do be chino. My checking. And Alan Martin. Very good gentleman.
But the reasons for which he left the party are Okudi Nechi and so one controversial matter.
What is it?
Ebi ma se mo can say we nye issues a Jina Sokasi a Jai party because wako election and o delegates and answer o agents. Be about community and say be violence siame abo omo. It wasn't a widespread situation.
Say me my bo no ni ba ko asay.
Now, and no, say be a bit to take other actions rather than leaving the party.
You see,
there are laws.
Very good. The past work, I say there are laws of resolving cases.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
No correct.
In conflict resolution, you don't become oppressive. You first of all engage. Dialogue. Say dialogue in here. You negotiate. There are further ways of doing going into conflict resolution. But all of se o pesu huna manfo no aba prekope mapamo. Se o fie nkwana mididi. Nti o pamia minya duane ntumi. That is not the best way of leadership. Leadership means that you must bring yourself down.
But in a case of
now the meeting say Sadiq ebani saying me asam na metie no antomi yem na prekope Matisimo Jia party. Me man sorry that group na me announces my Jia MPP.
Okay.
MPP na pamo me.
So how so? Omuchro letters.
Omuchro letter.
And
it was all over social media everywhere. And that let me quote and that we had forfeited
your membership.
Your membership. Now who forfeit your membership? I feel no fi echi. Apamo yere na wonam enfichire. E kaso o Jia adiana me ye no brefi. Are you right?
But in your case, party in the constitution is clear. So, who declare support for an opposing candidate to the party? Where you have free party?
Fine.
So without party being written to crown automatic.
As a good executive, we are you now call the family and then and talk about you prepare mommy forget yen fa enche. This is the way leadership must do.
Nobody listened to you in the party.
Whether any person in MPP ever called a single person who was moving with Alan, say, oh, my friend, Akwesi Bra. You see, the best way to take resolution. Who from one after the other.
Yeah.
And so I be from ask them whether they call them. 4, yes, say Asakemo. Opening Nana Ohinin too.
Yeah.
Hope Sinadoye. Yaw Boabian Samoa and Sadiq. I feel a month for Eddie Woman to one call on wine. Yes, you will be out. Now so I dear one say Sebu Nanka the word Tanaquine who's a sreadie. Yankopon amfana to wa untimi yi oboton kaze ya mesumi bo afori Yankopon ebesumi hu bobo e wo kwan
Send your osra de ni ho a hana ko chana de.
Exactly. There is nobody in this world who is useless.
Is it the case na mo expect say party ne be reach out to mu na wo man yinti na mo de ebufu every party.
Okay, ya mention one.
There seems to be a stress on that.
Omo pamo ye no what is makasada?
Debbie.
Silence does not mean fear. Silence means power.
Okay.
For the whole number of years, that crook say, Semekasa, me kasada. So on that day, me fear boko. Me mfama samu kotu obi. So on that day, me to oboko. Me su madam funi Alan. Me no benanti. So on Saturday, that will be enkodru insuon finfin. No ejana ko wachi. I will never do that. Me, I'm a loyalist and nationalist.
Then you should have been loyal to J. Kufuor and not leave the MPP.
Obi awonim Sadiq nim say me dying in MPPs because of Kufuor. Check. I have never disappointed President Kufuor in any way, and I will never disappoint him in any way. Now me can't tell who on ba wo fie near hwetia. Yet na fie ani eti ade so si ya hwete ya yekohwehwe bibi papa
ya ba fie
inti me smafi wa me mpo President Kufuor. I always see President Kufuor as my father. And I've always addressed him as a father. Apart from that, bisa nipa mienu pe, and I always address him. These are my fathers.
Okay.
And let me tell you, one who me call and yes, you call
a mixture.
A mixture.
The last Friday, yes,
me Kati across 9 tribes in this country.
Or point to this genealogy.
So me no
the genealogy of Boniface Abubakar.
Yes, I don't just decide to follow somebody like that. Follow you genuinely. Intiminu intrucha. That is Boniface for you. I don't know hypocrisy. I'll tell you just like I see it.
But Utie, then Movement for Change members, now UP Plus, you get a sense besides a bitterness be womumu.
Well, someone like Boniface, I don't have bitterness.
Okay.
Me, I'm a sound politician, and I can stand very, very well. Now, some name was it yesterday? Ye kochia ye.
Okay.
Safo Katanka.
Yes, in the 40 days, you
know. Many MPP we're hugging each other. We are very good friends. We hugged ourselves.
Okay.
We were talking. I shook hands with the vice president. Politics, dear, ahoyo. Ahoyo. So me believe us many who move in ye. I'm a cultural plane, Charlie. There's nobody who can come out and say.
No basis sambre bit match wadwene wo 055 156 3916 055 565 7278 betimi abasona edi ene enkomo no ebie. First caller Abba. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Pacho di ni baby Afrifi.
Baba ni Kaseɛbɔ amasa.
Baba Ghana ti o ewie.
Me afanyo makis na ya me sha omo Ghana fo. So anytime I say or the threat neighbor, say government will change. Doesn't mean that the government be changing here. So obidi bonia I mean na so na. And there's a government be changing so we be discuss one because for bar or ba be we asun change ninja na umundi Ghana ska.
I think say na some ye kwan a ye de nkofo ne fa so.
Oh, na bibi u de nya sem ba ko pe bibia de be bia sa na oka.
Okay.
Ye ti obi so corruption sa. They call them baby as a can be another than one. They should be careful. I just before I want to talk at home. The emotion in her, Nakamuchi. Come out is on one by in 3 minutes of the castle was a young person a dead for the assembly. Omotion ye. Tama na
national
majority leader no.
No, national security minister.
Ebi amaban. Ye nse nyi se afoforo ba oriba be die. Enu wanka. Na nne ya sisa aba ne de bia wo do ba se threaten. I say wu na se be ya amanfo ntimi two obi aso ana se. Asa ebe aba ba sisa. Ba wudi boni a. Ana se dia kokotu no. Ye jani panada so ye kina. Ba tem bia na ba wu threaten amanfo. Enje ni ye. Masa de o ye ne mo Ghana fo ye mpesa. Ye penukure. Atenso Anthony General. Ene wa be ma press yi. Banfa stock bien. Shene wa be do aboboso. Nipa ba ko to masa. Wa ko to dan plot 0 plot bien. Masa nipa ba ko pe. Na man fo bre. Mi dey na make Anthony General on sorry internase masa emu ye nso obi. Yen kan okure no na skana wo no yen me nchi obi ntu se de na waka no. Yen di ye to etimi di buoga na fo na ntima akoso. Renwe a wo kan watemi ntia me to watemi no. Waka ne ma bebre a e buoga na. Ni na iska obi mo le iska no. Yen di fam wo man no. Assalamu alaikum bibi unu na menye.
Wa alaikum salam baba me da say hello good evening.
Good evening honorable bibi.
Yes sir, udini baby afri fiminia.
Oba show your friend Bright and because afri abusoka.
Bright Ghana tie we wi.
Ndawa sene akonya odi ama ne enyume se yesi ntimi try age. Uju ye collect no pa na. Mesra nyakopon bambo ene ne nsia e de ama. Menchia ona bo ma de jibre. Onen bibi. Micro minority of your market. Because no one my Ghana mo and a soldier for Ebola Parliament House. No Parliament House.
Yeah.
That day.
No.
Who say Okata found? So my Ghana mo national security for Ebola captain smart a cochino. Mepacho now only Parliament House. Honorable Vivi. Mepacho micro minority apenyo market. Maybe some say your coachy will be answer mono. And no dear and tata will be a woman Ghana. And then MPP are called position. Apenyo market are micro minority. And she offers there. I might be a data or more. And she will back up the government. The government will change that then I obey.
Happy FM 98.9.
Midnight, yes, one wouldn't be a better in my day. If the government will change, cry, if you're not in micro minority, I your market, if you're crying now, won't you? Wow, it's here. That's our Casa, and I know. Obi biara wabo Ghana krono na yenim say alert me who discuss apa baby and what the tiske bi e de akokwa nya bi so a enya no e yesa ye di wechi na ye kochiu ada nya ye di kenofuri ata na ewo man Ghana mu good ATS no na kenofuri ata na onye finance minister no ti o man Ghana mu hiti na ene keno polata ebe koko na brochure te o san ho yare be ha ene wo keno polata ho a 1 year ni a yes ewie a ye be hunu na ba ebo nechi se footballer okobobo na ye ka o kire se government will change engineer so this one discover ba bi mu a o ba na wa be chini pa no by now, NDC war. Special prosecutor. I have to be a man for it. Now, we Ghana 40 every month. Who song for this? And then, look at the wow, I'm be who be so or you wanted. But look at the movie. Then, yes, you should move forward. Who's the docket in the end ready? And the docket Ben or the movie, so you wanted, you know. Ejuma no say o say special prosecutor o say no ntimi nye ejuma na on fa de ejuma no ntuo na obi people from embra na obi ejuma no Ghana for abatu a for 2 years no ye to abanu e ma excellency John Dramani Mahama say obi a we wi Ghana bia no omunji o sika no na omunfa nye o man ni ye.
Bright me that say hello good evening.
Good evening, original baby.
Simoni.
Baba ni apoma.
Apomboko na we.
Nyame do me hoye. Ntia happy day for ni happy my for you.
Ya jo so ganet you.
Baby ma me bi ta for me kan kala se asem.
Okay.
Me pata wo se onim se me e krofo. Na happy FM ye wo de. Na wo so ton happy FM na me beta. O hi ada na me de be.
Oh, sir. You are the bed, you mean to me, Chere.
O de bi. Wa we are we se me e krofo.
And a Crawford auto radio station there, what the bed.
Aha, it was here. That's me the back on me, boy.
Quite bad.
Me patch say.
Aha.
Ọmụ a mutu gara se na asase na mutu gara se no wo so na nya ọmụ di o. Ọmụ ta asase no wo ahefo ni amafo. Eti se ye po bi ati ọmụ pa se ọmụ se ọman na ye di kan ti ọmụ a ọmụ to asase ni mo ọmụ tu gara se. Na ye se gara se no be ja na enja. Because ọmụ ya koko pia fọ na ọmụ to ọmụ koko na asase na nya na se fọ no obi a wakọ high ni ma se na nya di die o obi to ma no e se mi se mi pa asase akoto na ma tia sika na ma asase ra na ma mi ko to mi go do no pa anya mi sika na na ana bibi ni amika na o di ase
Oh, mi ti opa.
e se e po obi ati no kania ọmụ to asase no ma ọmụ tu garase no ye ni kan na ye chi ọmụ asa no ya ko chi obi a no akọtọ na asase ahai ma chi na akọtọ ni garase me da se
Simon. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, baby.
Eja odini baby afrefie wi enyumre.
Baby. Atamacho.
Pacho mental kasa no.
Nti we you only na plaza ta beto mu amata.
Francis, Ganet you.
Oh, baby, na you want you.
Obadi adum kakato.
Ya na ona beto ta. Ni yo. Yefen. E o go ma. We di dia no bia. Several o manager o ma $1 million.
O mama saying, me manager mama saying $1 million a month.
Yeah.
Hey.
Every month, yeah, come on. I want 4,000 for the Bible.
Frequency, na boy say. Mami tio.
You want to buy it? I'm miserable. Like I do.
Ampa.
We didn't go give you. I mean, should I be?
Na emo wa homa ni twetwa si momo nti eya na. Be fa ne sa but emu nye de.
Bibi. Yeah, omani omano ye ati se mlanye. Bibi omani ya emlaye wo. Nti se mimi ya ati ni se mlanye ya. Bibi mlano ati wa ni kwa. O se mlanye di ubi. O se mlanye di kwa. But the mlano ati se yen ya ani. Ku yen pipinya. Ene ku obi edi o ma di o ma sika bibi ko hwe obi sika to ade dia bibi o no ma di am fan say almost yan fan say $100 million no ma jepa no wa ye kwa almost $1 million 98% upon bottom bibi ye be ye kwa you baba say no o be take kwa answer e fan ye quality man blind the family is up to and to me one time for that then asphalt when concrete there is the time of your mom and the be an answer for own my dear politician for not by once be an okay as could you say I would can say that if you show mind the quantity to it will be a mere quan on party and say your man if you would therefore your friend is saying, no station, or a little bad at the Bibia, be a wife, it be a dear, or the best would be a cat, it be a sheep, or the cat, if it is the time of some man, California, the man for the bro. You should say, no, be said, no, bands a woman at TV, and not for crowd for a gun. Because I alone, I think at the photo 5 o'clock. Also, now, yeah, as a broken a man can unique trade that here from circle, since I want to work out for them, but 1 hour. Nibia, and there are more man. So you to and then you to be able to have a program. If we are dead, but I tell you, you need to my the people is in the years, my different or to me to me, and to me.
Okay.
What's that page? They be on Babu. This is the time of the youth. We need a hope. We have top way.
Francis Ata. Almost 80. Kaseɛbɔ for Kaseɛbɔ Nwimbisa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Oba de adome ho ye odini baby afrefi.
Michael Kaseɛbɔ.
Michael from Ukugwa, Ghana too.
I did the pan say, oh, yeah, interview, yeah. I did was at the Chema, Ghana for you, and I say, I don't know, make it tell, about 2 o'clock for a bit. I'm already another I could stay in your list. No, sir, no, yes.
May I say, by our banan cosona.
Really, yes, sir, my knowledge down. Home out is on parliament. Yeah, on never be brave or parliament. And you know, sir, and I'm serving, and never been a town, oh, yeah, or chance, or I cry. Now, men call Dr. Baumiaso. I didn't patch one any spokesperson.
Nana Kumia.
Maybe no say, Papa, name me any senior, but I won't say. Now, Papa at the view in the moa or Pesa or the Wagana.
Okay.
But I say, I'm before no perform Mokanishi. Also, Michino, Akara, also Okaza or Pesa or can be. But on who how or can't know him.
Okay.
It's a message and before they say, Omupo be man. Say, Brofon or Becano match, I say, and I say, I was on or Becano match, I say, Onka.
I'm quite to say, so for preaching Brofon no be interpreted.
Because I was on waging in Ano, we are not sure, be I know a bit never MPP. But Ocean, Casana said, and I want to know, I did be a Casa of Peso or Kevin, Ghana than a Kumaso. Of Peso is my Ghana, Asana, or the Big Power. It's a message, and Okasama on Share idea.
Okay.
We have a common in that.
Meso, Meda was say, hello, good evening.
Nyamia Sumje and Cowan, you may.
Assume you encounter about Rose, Queen of the Airwaves.
Minya Bema baby, so who ye dear.
About the Adome who ye aware.
I don't yamia daru, mammy, who ye pa.
Ghana foot you.
You, and you may Mamencha honorable Achimo, get a crashama. Enemy papa honorable than a Martin Mensa. Baby,
Queen,
may there always be a Macau platform is several times say. Rosquita, I say, Mahama man on coffee. Mimi say, Mini Juma or yeno, and so many. Papa no oye Juma my Ghana fo. But Juma na what you ho yeno, baby, Yami say and can cray. Papa ni Juma or yeno, or the ye Ghana Timamu for ya drink a diago. A Juma na is all yeno, or ye, and she makes me say, let's see John Dramani Mahama. Papa no eso on coffee. No umpe ubia, or bet to me aye Jumano. Because corruption I cost wa by that time. Up to now, Papa, what you are Kwasa, no ye. Getting our Furiata Yatun Safreno. On by then, as a wolf get away. What can stop it to me for plain Akofana?
Hey, there be en connoisseur.
Connoisseur report to Numa, we are more when they report to no way. I know to me.
On the not to red alert, but I knew enough to bring him down.
Baby,
and then Attorney General Chechrimu. Or say Ansana US 4 ebe penison be extraditing about Ghana no. And was say ye charging no officially say kwa dua ye dia boni nie e ho docket nie na ɔmo nso ahwɛ mu akenkan mu ansa no be release no na investigation kure ne akɔbɔ charge na ya build docket na akɔbɔ charge
bibi incident na ɔmo delay sa
sɛ wode asɛm to obi so a na ɛnyɛ no ane sɛ wodi bi mu o sɛ
bibi ɛnyɛ asɛm na ɛdi to foriata so Ghana ha obia ni mo kwan a wo foriata di Ghana ɔman na afa so mi a mi wa ha mi a mi yawe wo bibi a wo ho onim kwan foriata ɔno ani party MPC ni na sɛ ɔno nti ɔmo asɔre sɛ ɔmo pam no floor MPC akubako 80
ni nyina yɛ kasa ekopie court a ɛnyɛ kasa na evidence
Ghana we ni na aka ho na ɔman no ntumi ntopo bibi hwɛ guarantee asɛm no me meka no krachro Honorable Kofi Amabua me bɔ na ba so abena asɛ nyina because ne time we ɔyɛ ade pa wo guarantee fighting bibi woni me bɛyɛ adwen papa yi ɔbɔ ne ho wɔde anka former jinapo ɛyɛ de Kofi Amabua yɛ sisi a anka guarantee
ɛdɛ no yɛ
bibi yense bebre enete wasati fro no ani koto 20 ani su ase ayeti feti ene science ni ngani ate
isu be ya isu ni ndi say
na me ni but I have evidence me o number me forward am what you say me o number me wrote me to me forward am na so why investigation akohwe say unua journalist na okoho ekoye sa video no otwanto na woka no kre what you say evidence na ekitante ono na meso me gina so e de kasa enti papa ne de galamse ku we de oya de but bibi Ghana fo yen fa hye yetim se yentumi fa 1 year e ku ntia galamse o galamse ku no enye ku kitiwa wo bibi enti mesre Ghana fo se omunya botre ema onabo Kofi Amabua papa no obo ne homode by 2 years time galamse to betwa me da say
Rose me da say hello good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Where me last but one caller, Odini baby.
Yeah, devil is a liar. Me kata fiko bodumasi.
Devil is a liar. Ghana.
Yeah, nyamishira oni jumapa udi.
Amen.
Na media manjewa me ndao. Nita michiwa sana misimida.
Oh.
Because uti minja interview interview ma. Let's say waji mumbedo. Na nyakopo ensha suna. Ube penyifa wa Ghana ha. Kaukasa. Eko awiate nyina ma awiate unka
so motive
na me chiami MP onabo ketetela bi deputy interior minister nyamni chia njume pa odi malo amonyafo ni the whole Ghana na me kama temu spa afonye manki otiyenya ni dey afonye manki was I na dia ni studio the parliament no yen wa parliament o yes no on your sorry under here because we know about me account of parliament for Ghana because you ni kasa nyina bia ni wa for Ghana ya wa and on time omuka just say 1 everyone is close man na ni person so no be bisa for nyama kin say omuti mi ye bi e wo ni person so bula na ban wo so omuti omuwo MP sa omuti mi akasa tire o ma ban ni say o ma munya sa 1 no bi no want to mean kata and now okay say mama promise you juma na promise you wanye bi abako kiteketo no ye di aba se na ya register obia e born bon ni agwa ni beba agbegu mama ye uba ye dictator ye di bia aba wo agric office wo se ya obia ti ni wie ni bon na ye wa go ji mo na begu and then pa no mutimi be ye ya wana bom you got now see Korogudam dam bi omaye ye kwa na we got acquire you to be wo
Polugu multi-purpose dam
na mo ti menye na mo be kasa jomama wonya ye jomama ni tema no ye dollar e was saying full e was saying say aduane ni wo so say did san wa be Daniel Treasury ya me say jomama
Devil is a liar. Nyamishra was me from the last caller. Na me first segment in Rewe. Hello, good evening.
Champion BP1.
Yahuza niye.
Me da se.
Na ho ye de.
Me ho ye.
Ye de nyame ase. Ghana ti o.
Me kan da da. Who bet me after me the book and I'm the only illiterate person and is who cannot read and write. The first is who by history e kuja de book.
You see regional admin coordinator, your labor secretary, and when this team, or any papa, or you good. George Sama don't notice the man of the moment, Uko Kolesino, Mwa, Ubikwe, vote origin, Young Kalabako, Nima Mew, Wa high bass, a Chima George Sama Gusuno. Because I'm paying for him, and I'll be from making my way.
Yauza, any gun and commona. Praising and also.
Ekagana, Bibi Yamishra, Bibi, Mr. T. Efi, Galamse, Wansem. Na, Bibi, near your Fujini on me. Say, Ocean Papa Amakufibua. You say, Papa Nukusupa. So, when be asono, Obeshe Masagalamse. So I'm a yes, I say, and then the property for be no name of Bakufon in South Sudan, many kata. We MC, say, you know, will be you. We are this year, also for next system. Now, poor. Now, go down and talk about Kufuso. Every BBA, near now, me papa, the chairman say, near me papa, say, who shall go tell who so babies of a then. No, young Kutipe, also young Kutipe Ambo. No, Sabu Ship. Kwame Papa Brown. Even me Kako to say, and then Yamiado, 2 minutes never be wet on the man mamma sim. 2 minutes never be wet and this is sim. And then John the man mamma sim, no, Yanda is here, baby. Yabeda. Oh, be a wedding gun if it can be a little best story. You be a story. Mumma running here to a new say, yes, let them wish share. Story no yard also. It's a prison keke, baby. Oh, 10 years, or 50 years, or 40 years, or 60 years, or 100 years, keke, I think prison keke,
prison keke.
Oh, now, baby, now, let me call them when I'm a kid. Let me call them when this, let me call them and the minute in the park. Let me call the bell of good to be me. Let me call them when the minute in the park.
See, I don't farm council. You don't farm council. Obia mantam one found kotum. Enti almost so say don't farm a council. Yeah. Allah. Baby to my cousin. Won't come and tell you. Milano, Sekasani Adoso. Yep, action. As a casa. Yem Penfuno, Mempeka Casani Adoso. Set you, Yauza. Action. Yauza, action, and Yenekeko. Obetimi aye dede ana obi adiska but e ba se fa asem no kokoto a e ho na nye dede enti press conference mu no de obete ne kese ne ade but bo so oti akire a enema na ye ka no press conferences mu no bebre nye ni nyina na apie court
na me ba bibi na je se nipa bi nim na ye na wada
oh ahoma na tiko e fancy ha enye obi na e dada wo ade ne se enye so di kan court no adi bi mu yen sori ase e court se de asem court kokko he judge lawyers ni bi wo no mu a judge fo no twa omanim papa go omanim asese na wa asem ya de abegina court wa person nti you don't nti mo politicians na attorney general mo ni OSP mo no omo na also mo ni omunya kasa kire say ansa na attorney general beba so be press conference about obi allegation no na nipa no ne docket aye ready enti ni obeka chen ya ne se asemu a medi atu nipa no sunie menyina so nie eda we ni first day a oba court eno ano no na obe press conferences be 3 times on nipa baako ansa na de na kogina court we don't get it enti the government must also manage expectations by being measured with the allegations are throw about, and they are all allegations until say a dear assembly we are court akasa wudi bem anadi for case ne koso no kra no it is still an allegation. Tienye hunti ase expectation management very key. Attorney General were heightened of expectations with press conferences were cancelled, but people are seeing later. Nti also manage nkofo expectations because obi can ohwete nkofo appetite dodo. Paul Entry Amuako nti we men no pa Paul Entry Amuako aka Star Boy Amasaman MPP Amasaman Amasaman. Amasaman. Emmanuel Emaole, thanks for that dedication you gave me the last time. Or I have for the new patriotic party. I told some friend this for me or a lone ranger. Just about 20 more minutes to hit the top of the R6. Let me pick a few of his thoughts on issues I hold at that point. So NPP Nimua internal politics and a former president in another down Kufuor to suffer 5 flag bearer aspirants over breakfast. Na breakfast in Komodie and it's a Monhena January exercise in Nkoye Boko. No basa, no acrimony. But man tia futua or them party for na manage elections in any process, no. Because if the playing field is not level, when you sure says a breakfast peace meeting way, a best assembly be. And the other matters in so that so a minority for a press conference, for the leaders briefing. They picked on a number of issues and also that so OSP Attorney General and the clarity that has come regarding Kenu Furiata. Starboy, Memwajo.
Bibi medase.
Boko de.
Nyadum. Yes. Na me fancha kesi nkoma otie phone na. Collect ne frɛ no. Obi a chana dwom pepepe, obi a bon homoden. Mtimi nya ba Rose nka. Nchiane doso. Rose nchiane doso. Na minwa me se collect ne frɛ no obi a dwen akoye OSP Attorney General, OSP Attorney General. Now, like I said, oral team now, no.
Yeah.
Before somebody oral team, no, they came out say oral team, me I recover almost about 20 billion Ghana cedis. That meaning, on my investigations with Che, who Bonnie Mudi and was come up with the can na Habuma, bedrew 20 billion.
Yeah.
If you are planning in our crown, the way my just crown, so man just crown, then you 20 billion. Our frustrations so high. Our for shame say 20 billion up to now. I hate him cry then. I recover home. And they the main issue. I'm a Urafono. I'm a for share Attorney General. And this is anything I say press conference. Yes, sir, state resources and the press conference. Yes, sir, the press conference. Before so be Pakona Baba Casano. And Pandaket needs no can I ready Nanka BBI Boko. Me, I remember as Nanka say. Nipa 5 and age na say and Thomas Swaba now made the MPP party in the name. 2028 elections. Na ba betu no 31st January. Obuya deserve. Say obet me edia kunya so obuya deserve. But thoda kasabi in the campaign na bi nkoyie. Nti on peni na do to safre omo. Say unity. Breakfast na ka breakfast na fast na common na boom no kan bi a chere omo. Na minya busa say efutu no nko a na omo hwe election project no so no. Almost no. Then I put about more. But me is election process need this say ballot na wie. Ya ye name hu hia na wie. Say that I did na ade no. And I mean say ya print ballot person so a obi agent
any register mo be de beko.
The album na dey ho no say album dey you obi ade infim.
Somewhere expand into be more
better. That be enya expand. The old one no. And one is better about 2 years na e be new register. The old album na the better.
It's former MMCs, MMDCs.
Yeah, I'm register, but say be a politician for now. You be fat to account on the year after the election.
Okay.
And I be no. But MMDCs, former constituency officers, or register on there. We did do about register there. Yeah, for within a shame. So me say only the party who watch my be na did no. Easy and never election process na so easy and very so but be a how can be a print about the person on so no you be a boko be a fan agent put now on me my agent my MPP party no a very print about papers on national election so be we so yeah print ya share numbers na we did this be never ya bone be na mistake be anya den enkoba hent me already be this party penny for AGF mo and honorable Mr. Macron Mr. Macron election officer by now they mat be big kwan mu abia ekoboko but to da me say die didn't am penny from kese pa no ye kasa bia edimo ka eni ade a ase akwan na to bia ya prebi to da ibu okwa na yin pa ka ipa ne chitani it's me cancel be na akwetia nipa no ban sa onso de yaw and also obi odu chi no e de yaw baba abe cancel be but at the end of the day no you two aba no wia nipa akwa be wini no de be wini bia no o se party no tiny chi tenina na company free omo so omo ba yet na se akun wa kun bi da wakọ nkufo akọ ne ala nakọ bibia wakọ bi da den kwan na esi a afedi we tuma we na we tuma ni we na we tuma ni we na we tuma ni we den kwan na esi bia bia bako ti me say am here me the pass year 31st January 2026 year 2020 free one e 2 year ya kai wabo mbako say na manatili reka
me the point is also say at the end of the day, yes, flag bearers will be too omofo, but a problem in few
in film.
The Bena party in penny for to send another free will be to Sabronye. Akachen is a massa, Adia Woy and Moon Casa win Mununa Emma tension about party.
Me who say,
what can you tie for us?
Hey, me who say, a say Abronia Modiano. Why oil campaign, Mano? What and also of Freno? Now let nothing. I say, campaign no yamame. But the way I owe no, me penisa, a man may lose some food to cry, baby. The way I casano, ma hame. The immediately say, Nadam Casavia, Obiaso Cofia, Obia Cocanchin, on town watching, and no one Casama say, and as say a pen,
that is indicative of the fact to say, General Secretary ne party in penny for a party in CCA, a lusu. Control over certain individuals or party.
May I won't say me conclude on that say control.
I brought your man before the
you might say
how many times.
You might say you might say if you say almost control some people will say but Mr. Kwede say it don't suffer no omba. It don't suffer no omba. Twinsunsi. But as time goes on before so be kana be your person be say your position. All those say numbers no. Now say so then so open numbers. My numbers now open do not domini we are done so no e be fra. E abone for na won bit na habit na say bibia kan. Ye hwe on kasa. Party penifo no kasa oche sign party penifo no kasa oche sign. Acha you at the first October new year. Na the show say your most suspension na. On you know with my beam. By then ye can date we. Untamu it kasa mane biem ibia ni pokra na campaign man kra ni bia na sa mane kasa mane biem ti mo say abonya mo ye e so ne wa kan abonya din e ba obi se bia osu bem pam so kan bi o baby e bi so to mane na we to mane ho na o hia vote ne say wo timi nyom kasa
na party executives no anyom mo ne ye dey na show mo nsa so mo party no
va so bi say abonya original chairman
a whole regional chairman
original chairman I was say on the party man.
Yes.
So party penny for a party men can say party penny for secretary pay. Because secretary back on to neck national council in him. That's now so bad they be soon. What to suffer? So national council to suffer no one bar. I just say one party no. We party to fear because like me say I say yes be a time one ka e prison. The time I don't win, because some kind of bar, no be one. They say sound one awesome now. You want all crack big boy say, oh, if you are can see, and maybe I can't see, but you film back. One day, one say, you hand over away, I shall say. One of us a party in more thing. And what about party in baby, no party in car, but and the oil no, you're too suffer, bra, oba. You say be a too suffer, and I'll buy another chance. I'll bet I'll be defending. From it to Nasi. Na ibusa on sensem we bia e refer bia me se party feminist member see my say meko de oye na ma tache match omo e bia o se ni se me sre na me sre so ma sre party ni yankabom bia party na dru no e say we ni part 28 e say what na we be now on mo pedi mahama ye won say ne honeymoon no odi ewie na on above na market second honeymoon no de yembo no ma na ye man chance be 1 year bi say ye hwe nyama we kosi but the main campaign promise I 24-hour economy no the main campaign promise. Since now 2016, or the first near high the main campaign promise. Our name said 2016 or 2017, and the first near in the first week. What to measure the first near an idea? Attention, because 24 economy no. Almost 24-hour econ or the Asempa Nabu. Behind him send this year. 24 economy don't buy a Jumeba. Or making it clear that over 2 million youth are unemployed in this country. So the way back now I bet boy at the unemployment rates or mine. By what's he saying? This is for great new Jomoka.
I said okay, 1 year moon that's way.
Them guys in 1 year better months the business for being GP. Better months the teacher for being GP. Better months ni also one minister's crowd a being GP. It's a omaka to for economy no ya form I said to Yomaka. You be anything. On na to da mit na fia ma Jones. I said wow ministers. The teacher for our form. Next for be our form new ones. Say 10 months the muntmin GP muntmin to Yomaka ya. 24 economy no. Aba find part 3. So omunji do back no. Obey the to Yomaka. Hono ma John the idea second for John because 1 year in the aba. Boss saying oral team yi Yomaka 1 year eba. Gana for issue nim. Lam say to kwa okay say oba want to take this contract no. You buying illegal mining on water bodies around the water bodies and in water bodies in our forest. Up to now, I'm focused to go say so.
So who said 9 months on so 2 months sir.
Kasa BBC dia e beto be shivanga de beto e beto tete BBC ya se kasa we nkwa dia kan pipi e BBC ya bia. Ye BBC ye cry put the minya kukudru e ban small scale mining for some time. In Sako Kudruno.
2 years.
Yeah, a ban small scale mining. In Sako Kudruno. Ntino me only say the oil in na there. Find out boy on so boko combat. Boss share no because 1 year ba. Imi bon my ID say opatite dollar so. Dollar better so. Na say ye echebe client so aba no ma. Fa so bie ni so. Opatite the dollar so. Na say jana e bid no. Poison do na say kontom me cry free me cry ba kra no. Ye try say make we some na dey be 1000 cry na shishemu a harmful to our health. Ti dan say man na no ye am because 1 year honeymoon dey aso. Oba ye balance 1 million codes. 1 million codes no. Finance minister ko jina parliament e with the budget. Ko jina parliament e with the budget. Emma okaska ma locate for 1 million codes na 100 million Ghana cedis. Up to now, we are journalist, me a politician, and almost a Ghanaian. We have to know a briefing. Be a good. On number of your markets. I was saying document board ma eba. Is launching 1 million codes. Mobile ya previous carry parliament. We will reach the parliament. I just 2 months okay fine. 100 million Ghana cedis. 1 million codes. We train you more. Is a saying documents. We want me be a good drew. All launching national apprenticeship. I want can crown 300 million Ghana cedis. I was saying. Second of whom, and as a beer yet at home, I could say 1 year no about. I could say, because in this case, then I'm scared, then I'm the my year dream. If I could do Ghana for you, send here a question. Women's Bank, a time 51 million in the budget. You're located 51 million, my Women's Bank. As seed money.
Critics also say 51 also the
MBA.
Kadia dia boss na taso. Intimi fem be bank.
Nyahwe. I'm say seed money. Then pot na seed then pot na dey up to now. I say it be money na. Se bia sabe the whole documents parliament na parliament be mu. Say oh, ampa aban na hade 1 million codes no or 100 million no. Amoji no mo use wisely. 10 million Ghana cedis na amoji no. Amoji no mo use wisely. Na ye ko enim. Agricultural economy, because I'm getting 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. In this case, a scar also a DH. Because me MPP Nimsa Ghana ni. Send because MPP be this can MPP be this can no. And now Tabatia no. The same way I can for transfer this for so. It is a trust can be same now. Now you perceive how far you manako ebia oh
this can I
bibia wo dey edru ebia we na lunch here ebia unyanya resource na fully we but at least na wo dru scan mo use dru na you say at least try to something we accountable bi na ade bi ekoso an kana for beti ase ti me wonu say ni na na Jumara program, the Jumara, is 100 million Ghana cedis. And so no acquisition. One look at the launching in match. One look at the launching in match. Then, how long will it take? Service approach as crash, service a crown and Kawajia. Can you say you can converse and Crankaba? Service a crown and Kawajia. Musician Cabana comes and ready. 25 economy, I can't sort. Your commission, I say, your commissioner,
yeah, visa G to policy implementation.
But say, but this is a woman could no one could say Ukukrini codes.
Yes,
no, could Ukukrini for encoding.
Yes,
and also no putting it in the 6 months at Trinama for encoding.
It depends. Maybe it could be done. I mean,
and so they should bring down. Nipa no say 1 million. And 1 million mean say a bayer one class or one section.
Baby.
Yes, in between more regions name. Region. Now be a more lecture almost how far.
Okay.
Nipa 1 million and Nipa training of him. And as he be a training no kadaba never started.
Timelines are down.
Down. Now we get to know. Go be now register almost yan form. Now for be a register on my amusia form. Then got some fun to some baba secretary visa na ka ojia. Kabana kraka you see be a juicy and I see. Oda say the toys visa kana ko jana se be akoje e kan say. Visa normal visa kra na ko je kra. Why ready now be okay kra at least. But matter kwa change ye 24 economy ye train. Then me because say 10 months will be paid by. Na nipa no se kebesa na nkawoje 10 months na kan buy kwa nipa no kwa nka oje chidi. 10 months will be paid by. Enyehu. Ye ho ko kan be politics.
Say no enye se scan ho financial clearance asem na.
Financial clearance asem. Then how long will it take? Because almost me share minister severally. Me ni makasa me chafo amudi almost me share teacher for minister severally. It didn't come. They don't know what's really the problem. I'm not being clear. Na ye omunjom sika. Be ya say obibe juma 10 months. Na onji ne pay. You say wa ha mean say MP some ko fi kwa mean say MP bu hono ma. Ne pay and buy. Assemblies on common fan ko.
Yeah.
Obi ade na juma but there's a money
assembly members and so allowances and so ko.
There's money no say nurse teachers some ye heroes. As na be MP teacher ne be try there. Be minister teacher Chinese same as now be minister omo crampon dey na ye di omo ye politics too much omo next for MPP dem this na e do politics and kind omo pay omo lawa and ne dey politics dey bia but these are people like I say ka omo here I was say do me politics cry our Ghana but omo mo use omo politics
because mo here omo votes
because omo numbers no the omo sorry so I'm to say you keep any on mana aban bi any de chi on president no you force na ye nipa za ye koto abaka you nuksa ska chawase new president ska be chawase na what me win student politics
ne boy den
student politics class student awo no can why this can say this student politics mo e be edru Ghana no and I'm praying say Ghanaians should still have trust in politicians minya bibi since 2016, the America just said
just 3 minutes more.
Since 2016, America say voters turn out no, the BA declining. But I show say Ghana for GD or more politicians. So it's yeah, share. Sa 100 million Ghana cedis. Amodi 4 million codes. The amodi 300 million Ghana cedis. National apprenticeship. The BA could do how far? 51 million Ghana cedis. Now to Choma Women's Bank no as seed money no. So 51 million Ghana cedis no.
Then
pay 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. I great for economy no. You be how far? Go kwa henaba. Feeding henaba. Then Zadem Potena, yeah, from how far? 24 economy no, how far? A Jumarea program no, how far? A corner saying, a man inquired to say, Yent the cost of your wife, say, Yavi, a clinic movie, or a clinic movie, not quite tras, Dabby. The Abanada here no, I can afford to tell mono. I was saying, and this is to be same thing, and this is for a same thing now, Gonna focus up a moment, and the some of the Sunday one, yeah, MVP, share lessons to be and Parliament as I'm back. Send the Reverend in Tim Fojo with Afana Markins and then Sam George. Asade anti-LGBTQ a bill Nasa Kono. The Bompire say Parliament are approving the fast. Now I'm paying my hammer and I sent to the bill. Now be and contempt. Snibber boy, every boy in a boy na my parliament ntwentwe rather more numbers no beno opposition no na ade
excuse me no
beno opposition no na dey push for pass mo pin na do ensign one sign no dey campaign etutia e ma Ghana for tutia no maba no more numbers no je kwa dey kwa dey no kwa no se akotia e sama sa je fiensin ama say you say more numbers no kwa mo ko ma mun dele wo ho kwa ntem paso parliament like speaker mo fa we meto wonom na yen discuss na ntem na yen fi wonom en chebe ka bu budget no we di budget ni we na o say next week e course topic no so na o mo hwe na mo cliff wonom na ye pass sa be wono na ye say sa moral values na ye hwehwe e be no mo position na mo pushi sa for moral values na mo pushi no o ma power no that's still going to be the same thing o mo ntwen sign na bibia nya boko bibi
Star Boy, Amasaman Star Boy.
Ni Amasaman.
Paul Entry Amwakon represented the New Patriotic Party. Yedebisi Hanamada was say, unfortunately, our friends from the NDC could not join us due to some challenges. Meda production team no was Joel Sanko, Mimi Akwete, aka BBO, and also to Joyce Abena Akumeniwa. Ono no ahwe amaye streaming live. Mesumi din ene Bestmark Brown. Meda wan se awia no mienu be sisamre. Wona me adwendwene Ghana ho abomu. Wa kire wa adwene na wama oman no nkomo no so akọ enkan. Ye de besi ha na ya dane mu e de ama the news team emra wo de enwumre no nsia Kaseɛbɔ no e de brain. Nyame adom ochina awia yetenkom na hoɔden wɔ hɔ a menim so de bedom yen. Ye besen share radio so na edio mine mu enkomo. Up next, happy 98.9 news. No nsia de no.